Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, we'd like to give all honor, praise, and glory unto
Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rachak with us.
Double honors to the elders and apostles of great Millstone who rule well. Peace and salutations to the elect scattered abroad. This is the GMS Plaintables, Delaware camp. All right, coming again to preach the downfall of this kingdom. And my starting precept I would like to get into is 1 Peter 5 and 8. All right, because you know, Esau, you know, he's really getting ready to usher in that MOTB on this place. All right, because I had just done a lesson on you know, it was a viral pic on X, or you know, formerly known as Twitter, and you know, it was a Whole Foods in Maryland that was basically telling you to put your hand to make a purchases, you know, and things like that. And it's starting to really, you know, come on to people that this is really happening. You know, this ain't just some, you know, fairy tale. We're not just out here preaching crazy, you know, on any type of drug, substances, anything like that. No, this is coming from the spirit of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, man. All right, so can you get that? 1 Peter 5 and 8.
Gone. So this is 1 Peter chapter 5 and 8. It says, "Be sober, be vigilant." Yeah, be sober, be vigilant. All right, so we got to keep watch. All right, we're not just like these people just being so surprised that, you know, we're seeing you know, Karagma, you know, pictures and Karagma things popping up in these certain grocery stores and things like that. All right, we know what to expect. All right, because the Lord gave us the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding to foresee the evil and destruction that's coming to this place. All right, you know, ever since we came into the truth, you know, we wanted to seek that knowledge. We wanted to seek Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, man. All right, read that again. Gone. So it says 1 Peter chapter 5 and 8. Be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about, seeking whom he may devour.
Yeah, man, and you know, Esau, you know, he's ready to get, you know, push forward that agenda, man. All right, with the seed here. All right, everyone around us, we seeing wickedness being increased. All right, we seeing the prophecies booming. All right, we seeing the signs of the Lord's coming. All right, but you got a lot of people who still, you know, delusional to the truth. All right, the Lord don't have the spirit on those people. All right, the Lord sealed the book, sealed the knowledge from those people. All right. And as soon as we came into the knowledge, as soon as, you know, the word was brought forth unto us, all right, we already knew within our spirit that this is different. All right, this is different than Christianity. This is different than Islam. All right, this is different than you know, all these other, you know, false religions and false idols. All right, you know, it was something different in our spirit that drew us to it. All right, even a Jake might walk by, you know, and that's why Jake, whenever they walk by, you know, they might scoff and say something, say we don't have the truth. All right, because they know deep down that this is the truth, man. All right, you know. Go ahead, read that again.
Gone. So this is 1 Peter chapter 5 and 8. It says, "Be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about, seeking whom he may devour."
Yeah, man, and Esau really about to roll down on these Jakes, man. Esau, he's really coming down. All right, can you give me James 1 and 12? And
yeah.
You know, we really gonna have to overcome. Like the men of the Lord, you know, we're overcoming during this time. You know, even with all the wickedness going around us, being vexed. All right, you know, being vexed. All right, but it's gonna come into a certain time and when all hell breaks loose, you know, all you're gonna have is that faith of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. All right, you're not gonna be in the comfort of your home, the comfort of your riches. All right, no. All right, the only thing that's gonna be able to protect you during that day is Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai.
Yeah, right? And you know, real quick, I wanted to say how, you know, basically I was watching this one short, you know, elder uploaded, you know, on the channel, and basically it was the elder Manasseh-made and the elders from Dallas. You know, they were doing a lesson,
And, you know, basically they were going into the topic of how it's a lot of deception out here, you know, basically a lot of, you know, misinformation. You know, if you go on TikTok, it's plenty of fake videos out there, you know, to where if you don't actually do the research on this topic before, you know, you try to make a lesson on it or something, hey, it's very well, it's a possibility that, you know, it's fake, it's not even true. And, you know, they're going to the point where, you know, it's a lot of AI and stuff, you know, basically AI can make a video look real.
Yeah, people just lying and shit. They're putting half the information out there they're lying about, and then they're telling the truth in the second half of the video. Like I went on a sort of a rabbit hole because my brother had sent me a video, a TikTok video, and he said, find it, something about, right here, it says, I'm trying to find this book online now, and a lot of books are photocopied online. You can get them for free. So I found the book, and it said, I'm looking through it and I don't see it so far. I searched the whole book. I've used Control F to type the word in because it's searchable in the book, the PDF book, or the Word document. And I searched the Edomite said in the video, and it wasn't in there. It says, undoing God's law. Legal. She said, legal means undoing God's law. I'm like, this dumb bitch. And so I put undoing God's law in there, and it wouldn't come the fuck up for legal. So she was fucking lying. All right. What was the video right here? I'm gonna find the video. Undoing God's law. And I was pissed off because I was going to do a video on it, just like brother said, undoing God's law, and it wasn't in there. Right. So yeah, you definitely got to make sure the verify that, or if you say it, just like have a caveat, like you know, you don't know if it's true, or it might be it's plausible, you know, because I searched for it for about 30 minutes and I had to scrap the lesson because it wasn't there.
Yeah, hey, you know, and it's it was the exact same thing for me. You know, I was on TikTok. You know, I was basically looking at this video. I was like, oh shoot, you know, this is pretty interesting. You know, I'll go on Google to try to find more, you know, information about it. You know, I couldn't really find anything. You know, I tried out DuckDuckGo. You know, maybe it was something hidden, and hey, you know, I still couldn't even find anything, man. So and who knows, maybe it can be inside information, or, you know, maybe it's not really out there. But hey, you know, what the scriptures say to be circumspect. Because, you know, it's a lot of deception out here, you know, and it's, again, you know, the lies are going to increase as these days keep on moving on.
Yeah, and then on the heading of the book, it said, undoing God's law. Search the book and see if it's really in there. On the title of the book, I'm like, so this is the purpose deception. To see if it's really in there. On the actual PDF book, on I think it was academia.edu or one of those big databases online where they have the PDFs, the videos. I forget the exact name of it. But yeah, you got to be circumspect. You got to be circumspect. All right? You got to prove it. Scripture say prove all things.
Yep.
Right?
Still on James?
Yeah, you get it.
Which one? James 12?
James 1 and 12.
Gone. So this is James chapter 1 and 12. It says, blessed is the man that endureth temptation. For when he is tried, he shall receive the crown of life, which the Lord hath promised to them that love him.
Yeah, and this truth is about enduring, man, or overcoming, man. All right, not making excuses. All right, you know, we coming out here, you know, we enduring the elements. Hey, the past week, few weeks, hey, the weather's, it's been messed up, man. All right, but that's not an excuse not to come out and preach the truth, man.
All right, that's not an excuse not to come out and do the work. All right. Hey, we trying to work out our salvation in fear and trembling, man. All right. You know, read that again.
God, so this James chapter 1 and 12, it says, "Blessed is the man that endureth temptation, for when he is tried, he shall receive the crown of life, which the Lord hath promised to them that love him."
Yeah, and that's another point I wanted to get into. You know, we're gonna have to be tried, man.
I found that video.
Okay.
I was gonna show it real quick. Sorry.
Okay, go ahead. Yep.
This is it's on Facebook, but it's taken from TikTok. And you have to, it's called the crop, but they cut their mask. They mask the person, and they take the background out. It's a technique on compositing software.
Okay, let's look up some words. Legal. Undoing God's law.
She's fucking lying. That's not even in there. Let me do it again. She's fucking lying.
Okay, let's look up some words. Legal. Undoing God's law.
Is she just saying that, or she's showing
This is
like a
from
source?
1893.
She ain't showing it. She's looking down at
Dictionary of Arts and Sciences.
She's looking down at it.
Okay, let's look up some
She gonna say the
words.
source. I
Legal.
searched the PDF. It wasn't in there.
Undoing God's law. This is from 1893, Dictionary of Arts and Sciences.
Found that exact PDF.
Encyclopedia Britannica.
Online.
So legal, translated, literally means undoing God's law.
She ain't even
So are
following
these
God's
people
law.
anti-God and anti-Christ? The answer is yes.
They cross
Legalese.
Legalese. And that's,
The
I think it's
legal
right.
words, language, terms, and meanings, either written or spoken, and combinations of them that deem something as illegal,
That's probably
meaning
right.
undoing God's law.
But now she's mixing them
Style
together.
of
So she just
writing
mixed a lie
speaking.
with something that's probably the truth. The legalese definition is probably the truth. I didn't look that up, but undoing God's law I thought was like groundbreaking information. Let me look up legal. That shit wasn't even in there.
Hey man, hey, you know that's why you don't pass, you know, a Edomite, you know, the scriptures, or really, you know, any heathen.
Yeah, she ain't following God's law. Her head ain't covered. She teaching. Like, that's not following God's law. So
Yeah, that's a form of deception. You know, you mixing the truth with lies, man. You know, making it seem credible because you telling a lot of truth, then you sneak a little lie in there, you know, and then you're able to deceive people that way. But
and then Esau probably gonna use that as an excuse to start censoring people.
God,
Because
yep,
people
yep.
had the opportunity to make fake news or whatever. They, oh well, since now we got to control the media because a lot of fake news is out there. So
Yeah,
so
that
you
yeah.
keep it in line.
Esau will do that too. He'll over amplify a certain situation to justify curving it to get in his way. You know, making things seeming, you know, bigger than what they really are. But yeah. So
we gotta get a microchip because people are stealing from supermarkets.
God,
You know,
Yeah.
we gotta put a microchip in the line. Well,
Yeah.
prices going up for everybody. We gotta find a way where we can make it affordable or lower the prices, so everybody gotta get a chip.
Yeah.
God, yeah.
Yeah, you know, also they're gonna be like, oh, you know, since we can't, you know, differentiate between AI and a human, you know, we're gonna have to get, you know, everybody ID'd.
Yeah, get online. Yeah, everybody gotta get online with an ID.
Yeah.
So nobody can't commit a crime online. That's another thing they want to do.
Yeah,
Regular
instead
who
of-
goes online.
Yeah, instead of the you know, because you know the one security thing Esau have you do like are you not a robot, and you got to click like the pictures of like click the fire hydrants and
Yeah,
you know,
and sometimes, you know, you be
Yeah.
failing that shit because, you know, that shit be
blurry.
fucked
yeah,
up
sometimes it be blurry and you know, or you gotta type in like the characters and they all be in some crazy cursive looking Latin looking characters and stuff. So
Yeah, or like sometimes, you know, you gotta put the puzzle piece together and shit, like,
Yeah, drag it, yeah.
play Sudoku or whatever it's called, Sudoku. Yeah. But can you get Sirach 2:5?
God.
Because going back to the topic, you know, we got to be tried, you know, and the Lord,
And the Lord, you know, He's putting certain tests in front of us until we get to that final test. You know, when you in school, you got a bunch of quizzes until you take the test, the final chapter test. Which that ultimate test is going to be that hour of temptation, because the whole world is going to be tried, man. All right. So go ahead.
God, so this is Sirach chapter 2 and 5. It says, or start at verse 5.
You start at 4. Start at 4 if you want to, or you can start at 1. Yeah, you can start at 1. Yeah.
God, so at the top it says, "My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation."
Yeah, prepare thy soul for temptation, man. And you know, everywhere, especially when you first come into the truth, you know, because you had certain habits, you know, you used to do in the world that you have to, you know, gradually kick and gradually, you know, take away. You know, some brothers, you know, they may be able to go cold turkey with certain things. Some other brothers, you know, over time, you know, they got to gradually lean off, you know, those certain bad habits. They got to certainly kick, or they gradually, you know, kick those bad habits. All right, but the Lord, He's gonna put us in certain situations, you know, and we gotta figure out how to solve those situations, you know, the best way we can in the spirit of Yahweh Shemi. You know, we look for the scriptures, you know, for guidance, you know. So. Get the verse 2.
Gone. So this is verse 2. It says, Sirach chapter 2 and 2. Set thy heart aright and constantly endure, and make not haste in time of trouble.
Yeah, constantly endure and make not haste in the time of trouble, because, you know, ultimately, you know, we're not too quick to just make crazy, you know, impulsive decisions, because, you know, we got to sit back and think in the spirit first, you know, before you act out and do something. You know, you got to pray on it first. You know, you got to handle it, you know, in a spiritual manner, all right, rather than a carnal manner. Okay, go ahead.
Gone. So it says, verse 3, cleave unto Him and depart not away, that thou mayest be increased at thy last end.
Go ahead.
Whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully, and be patient when thou art changed to a low estate.
Yeah, and right now we at a low estate. You know, the nation of Israel, you know, is at a low estate, but it's especially the prophets, all right, because they look at us as bums, you know, out here preaching with rags, you know, thinking that, you know, we could be doing better with our lives. You know, our family look at us a certain type of way. Our family look down on us. All right, you know, your woman may not respect you. You know, whatever the case may be. All right, the prophets be going through it, man. All right, but at the end of the day, man, you know, we know that, you know, while we're going through all this, all right, you know, we in that punishment, man, and we know that at the end of the day, you know, at the end of the tunnel, you know, or the grass is greener on the other side, so to speak, because we know that, you know, these people who's coming against us, you know, saying we don't got the truth, you know, saying that we're false prophets, the Lord ain't dealing with those people, all right, and those people is getting judged left and right, all right. The Lord is judging Jake out here, man, all right. These Jakes coming up to the camps and saying stuff, scoffing. All right, the Lord sees that and He marks those certain individuals. All right, there's plenty of testimonies where, you know, it was a certain demon, you know, putting the hell on a brother, you know, and a brother may put a curse on that dude. A week later, you know, something tragic happens to him. You know, he gets put to death. All right, he gets a certain judgment. You know. Something may happen with his job, all right? He may get fired from his job, all right? His business may get burned down, you know? Things like that, that's happening, you know? But that's what happened when you mess with the Lord's prophets, with the Lord's servants, all right? Go ahead. Read that again.
Gone. So it says, Sirach chapter 2 and 4, whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully, and be patient when thou art changed to a low estate.
Go ahead.
Yeah, hey, you know, I want to add real quick. Someone who was, you know, who's a perfect example of who was changed to a low estate was Yahushua. You know, Yahushua, he was changed to a low estate. But what, you know, he was patient. Yeah, but hey, you know, Yahushua was patient, of course, you know, until the end. You know, he got tried. The Heavenly Father tried Yahushua. And what, he was patient. He did the Heavenly Father's will. Now he set up, you know, on high, you know, in his glory. So, you know, the Yahushua is basically a great example of how we should conduct ourselves as well.
Yeah, you keep reading.
Gone. So it says, Sirach chapter 2 and 5, for gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity.
God. And when gold is put in the fire, you know, we know that's what cleans it. It goes through that purification process. And right now, you know, we're going through the furnace of adversity. So us going through this adversity, you know, this is our purification process, all right? You know, right now we trying to rehearse the righteous acts to the best of our ability, follow the laws, statutes, and commandments to the best of our ability. You know, doing what was told to us from Yahweh Bashim Yahushua to the best of our ability, putting out this message, all right, lifting up the banner, and you know, pretty much blowing that trumpet for the whole nation of Israel to hear, man. All right, but you know, it's gonna be most Jakes, they won't get the message. You know, it'll go over their heads, they'll scoff, you know, scorn, you know, whatever the case may be. All right, and then you're gonna have a certain portion of Jakes who believe who the Lord is dealing with. All right, can you read that again?
So it says, Sirach chapter 2 and 5, for gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity.
And acceptable men in the furnace of adversity. So, and you know, the Lord, you know, he'll pretty much have you like a whole new man. You know, the scriptures say that, you know, to put off the old man. All right, because you know, you may have talked to, you know, certain friends or certain people in the world. You know, you in the truth, you see them a few years later, you know, they see you as a whole different person. All right, because you went away from that wickedness. All right, you went away from the man you once were, man. You know.
Yeah.
Jake's still trying to do that old shit, man.
Yeah.
All right, and we trying to stay away from it.
Yeah, you know, and then it's so funny that you say that, because, you know, a lot of times when you might, you know, come across these Jakes again, you know, that you're, you know, once close to in the world, you know, they're basically trying to do the same shit that, you know, you're pretty much not even doing anymore, or, you know, you're not even doing anymore. So, you know, when you pretty much see them doing that, you know, it's like how can I put it? You know, basically it feels foreign. You know, it doesn't feel right anymore.
Yeah, you can get that scripture too. Actually, get that because you know what's another thing Jake like to do when you see him after a while. You know, they like to, you know, reminisce. You know, bring up things that happened in the past, and you know, you don't be trying to talk about that wicked ass shit. You know, you may have done in the world, man. You won't be trying to talk about that shit. You're like, all right, yeah, I mean, you know, whatever, like, you know what I mean? Because it's like, you know, we're away from that. We look at the stuff we used to do and we feel disgusted, man. All right.
Well, the scripture said when I was a child, I thought as a child.
Kind, yeah.
When I became an adult, I put away childish
And
things.
Jake hasn't put away childish things yet. You know, it's Jake's who hasn't changed. They doing the same thing since middle school. You know, grade school. You know,
same mindset.
You know, it's a saying in the world. You know, when you peak in high school, that's what Jake do. You know, you see a dude 40 years old. Yeah, man. In high school, I was the top in the league. I was about to make the league. I sprained my ankle. That's all Jake has, man. All Jake has is them old ass fairy tale stories, man. All right, that don't mean shit, man. All right, and here we are. You know, we bringing you
you know, we bringing you this word, man. All right, something that actually means something. You know, the new way you're supposed to follow, and Jake still don't want to take heed. You know?
Yeah, real quick, I got some.
Go ahead.
God, so this is John chapter 3:3. It says, Yahushua answered and said unto him, Verily, verily, I say unto thee, except a man be born again, he cannot see the kingdom of the Most High. Yeah, you know, born again, you know, doesn't mean believing on Jesus, and that's it. You know, I mean, first of all, that's not even his name, but becoming born again, first of all, is repenting, coming back onto the truth, and serving Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, you know, getting into that straight gate, you know, and putting out those old ways, that old path.
God, the scriptures go into being transformed into the renewing of your mind. All right, and that's what we're supposed to do. All right, you know that, and when people say we're a whole new different person, you know, it's true. All right, we're not who we used to be. We're born again, man. All right, our mind is renewed. All right, we're not going back to the old way. We're putting away the childish things, man. All right, read that again.
So this is John chapter 3:3. Yahushua answered and said unto him, Verily, verily, I say unto thee, except a man be born again, he cannot see the kingdom of the Most High.
Yeah, and you know, the Christians are so quick to say they born again just because they, you know, one day they say they believe in Jesus, or they like to say, oh, I'm saved because I believe in Jesus, you know. And what are you saved from, man? All right, but that's not why the Christianity demon, you know, got these people in a chokehold, you know, because it's so easy to be a Christian. You can do whatever the hell you want as long as you know, have praise in the Cesare Borgia, then you all good, man. But the Lord ain't looking for that. The Lord is looking for you to completely change your ways. All right, the Lord didn't put away the laws, statutes, and commandments. All right, that wasn't put away. But you see, Christians try to go around it and find some sort of loophole and twist and add to the scriptures, you know, to try to justify breaking the law. All right, but the Lord ain't dealing with that. You know, what would be the difference of you being righteous and you being wicked if the law is done away with? You know, but that and the problem too is, you know, because the you know, the brother was going into the legal, the law. You know, people believe you being righteous if you follow Esau's laws. All right, if you follow Esau's law, you be a good citizen in Esau's society. You know, they think that's being a good, so-called good person. All right.
I appreciate it.
Go ahead.
Matthew 24:13. But he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved.
Yeah, him that endure till the end, the same shall be saved. So how are you Christians saying that you're saved already? All right, you haven't endured anything, man. You haven't overcame anything for Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, man. All right, you don't overcome anything with Christianity. All right, here we are, servants of the Lord. You know, we the ones that's doing the overcoming, man. All right, we the ones going through things. We the ones who know that, you know, we have to overcome and endure in order for the Lord to come down and Lord willing receive salvation, to be a part of the Lord's elect. All right.
And I appreciate that. 1 Corinthians 13:11. When I was a child, I spake as a child. I understood as a child. I thought as a child. But when I became a man, I put away childish things.
Yeah, put away childish things, man. All right. When we first got into the truth, you know, we was those newborn babes, right? All right, and it came to a point, you know, we could stand on our own 2 feet, you know, and start doing our own thing, but in the right way, in the way of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. You know, Jake is always trying to do the old shit, because Jake comfortable in doing the bullshit that they comfortable with. All right.
Childish is nepios, which means untaught, unskilled.
Untaught, unskilled. All right, and that's what Jake is.
A simple-minded person, not speaking.
Yeah. Jake's simple as hell, man. All right, instead of coming out, and receiving the word of Yahweh Shemi, what Jake like to do on a Saturday night? Watch the game, be out with his woman.
Like 2 or 3 o'clock or something. It's Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
Oh, it's like a what?
The fight.
Yeah,
the
Fury,
fight,
right?
Yeah.
Fight,
Russian dude, I think, or in training, whatever he is.
Jake,
and the British dude.
Yeah, Jake wanna fight. Be on FanDuel all day. Play the game. All right, play the video game. I don't even know what's the new thing Jake plays all day nowadays.
Checking games out.
Yeah. Tekken 8.
New Tekken.
Red Dead Redemption 2.
PS5.
Yeah, they're playing. Yeah,
Yeah.
just all this news.
Fortnite, still playing that.
Fortnite, Call of Duty,
Minecraft.
Warzone. I be hearing about Warzone.
Yeah, you can play that when you take care of business. You got to take care of the business first, the Lord's business. Which is do the videos and make sure you Hebrew. You got to know how to read the Hebrew. Just reciting the Hebrew every day. And if you don't recite the Hebrew every day, you're gonna lose it. So what I do is I just have the alphabet and the Lord's Prayer, and I just do that every night before I go to bed.
Yeah.
I just go through it, look at the characters, read the Lord's Prayer, Then eventually you'll understand it. Really the main thing is the alphabet, so you can be able to recognize the characters when you're breaking down the words. All right, that's minimal. You got to know the alphabet so you can read the Hebrew, and then explain it when you're being asked or when you teach it. Because we're prophets, so that's our part of our job description.
Done.
So put away childish things. Now I'm becoming man.
Yeah. Yeah, the scriptures say, study to show thyself approved.
Yeah. We're not, because back then, I remember back then, years back when I was a kid, in the summer vacation, you wake up, don't even brush your teeth or nothing, you just go straight on the game, man. You're so excited to play the new game, man. All right, but now, we wake up, man. We trying to study, we trying to look for the prophecies, we may be in the spirit, do a lesson. All right, we got to go out to camp. We put away all the childish bullshit, man.
Yeah, and I wanted to add real quick. Sometimes you might have a Jake in the world that's your friend, or he was you guys were super close when you were in the world. Sometimes you pretty much might be asking, hey man, basically pretty much asking you why do you're not hopping online anymore, or you're not playing. And shit as hey man, cause we busy now. We don't have time to be on the game for 3 hours playing for Call of Duty and shit for 4 hours. 4 hour live streaming and shit.
Well, I mean, when you're an adult, I don't think another man should be asking you that.
Yeah.
You gotta, when you on, you on. I mean, that's it. When you're not, you're not. You're asking you why and shit. That's childish.
Yeah, cause
asking you why.
Yeah, cause
you ain't the fuck on like you never been on, not on before, man.
Yeah, and it'll be over like Jake will do that over the dumbest things. I remember like when I was first coming into the truth, maybe a couple months in, or whatever the case may be. I was hanging around one of my friends at the time, and he had like we was hungry, we was looking for something to eat. He was like, oh, I can warm up this pepperoni pizza or something. I just looked, I was like, oh no, I'm good. I don't eat like pepperoni or nothing like that no more. He just looked at me, it's like, oh man, you bougie now, man. You bougie, man. And that's how Jacob looked. That's a nigga.
Was it Judah or
Probably Judah.
That's crazy.
Judah.
I mean, a person's diet, you should respect the person's diet. Or try to learn about it. But niggas, they just fucking stupid.
Yeah.
You respect the person's diet or try to learn about it. You got something hanging out the bottom of your door.
Oh yeah.
He was like, man, you bougie, man. I'm gonna eat this if I'm hungry.
Yeah, I mean, if somebody tell me about a diet, I'm gonna try to learn about it. Or just respect it. Like, wow, he's on the paleo diet. Fuck. Yeah, I probably wouldn't do that. Or he's on keto. Wow, I probably wouldn't do that. But I wouldn't say you're bougie or nothing.
Yeah, and that's
or you on a carnivore diet. You just eat meat. Like, okay. I mean, I'm not going to like say, oh wow, you're fucking crazy or something. Now, if you were eating this unlawful food, then I was like, damn, that's disgusting. Yeah. But I would just, I would just leave it alone. I mean, like, especially if it's making them better. Like pig and pork and lobsters and shit, that's not making a person better. Because the diet, what they say is the best diet is the diet that you're going to stick to. You know, obviously not sticking to crab and unlawful stuff. Like the Lord said, all things are lawful, and every green herb and animal is good for you to eat. But that's talking about the lawful foods. Okay, lawful. So diet is good so long as it's lawful and you can stick to it. You know, it's not going to kill you, make you high blood pressure. You know, give you high sugar, whatever. You know, so whatever diet you stick to is good so long as it's lawful and it's not in excess going to raise your sugar, raise your blood pressure. You know, make you sleepy while you're driving or sleepy while you're working. You know, so whatever you stick to. So you can go the keto route, you can go to the paleo route. You know, even the carb thing. You know, it depends on your body and what you can take. You know, but you just gotta just do it in moderation and know not to. If it's harming you, you gotta adjust it. You know, because they say carbs are bad, but what that's depending on your physiology, your body. You know, carb is literally hydro carbons or carbon. You know, carbon is life. You know, so you gotta just know how your body works. You know, because every diet ain't for everybody. You got people that are gendering, that are making diets low calorie. Well, that's like for a fat person. I don't gotta worry about eating a low calorie. Like fat people that are out of shape and fat, they're normally gonna give you diets that are low calories. Or just eat green stuff. You know, don't eat too much meat. Well, I mean, but if I'm not fat as shit, I mean, that's not really, I don't really gotta worry about that. You know, like really big people or you really old, they might give advice like that. You know, don't eat a bunch of fat, don't eat a lot of calories. Well, I'm a thin guy. I'm not really worrying about not eating a bunch of calories. You know, I'm more so worried about getting nutrient-dense foods. You know, nutrient-dense food, even if it's got a lot of calories or a little bit of calories. You know. Yep. So you have to be learned. Okay, like the scriptures say that there's medicine out of the earth. All right, and you have to know your body. Know what scripture say? Knoweth not thy own self. Yep. So find me that precept.
I got something.
Yeah, go ahead.
Gone.
Every advice ain't universal. When it comes to health, the advice is not universal. You know, where you're just worried about just eating low amount of calories. That's not good advice. And the whole thing centered around reducing your amount of calories. Yeah, if you're fat as shit, yeah. If you're going around looking like that Violator or Humpty Dumpty, yeah, I would say your advice should be centered around reducing your amount of calories. You know, but mainly I think overall, it should be nutrient-dense foods, nutrient-dense and less processed as possible, no matter what the calories are. Now, if you're fat as shit, then okay, reduce the carbs, reduce the calories. All right, we'll go.
Gone. So this is Romans chapter 14:2. It says, "For one believeth that he may eat all things; another who is weak eateth herbs.
Right. Yeah.
Let not him that eateth despise him that eateth not, and let not him which eateth not judge him that eateth."
Yeah, so you have to know your own body. You have to know what you can tolerate and what your current condition is. We're all our bodies are not created equal. We have done things to our own body over the years, and the environment and our social situations have done things to our body. So we gotta do what's best for your own body. All right. All right. So when it comes to the judging part, meaning that you have certain brothers that don't partake in herbs, well, you have to take the herbs, all right? Or else you're going to be fucking sick and fucked up. All right. Yeah, the brother telling me that he don't eat rabbit food. I wanted to pluck him in his damn head when he said
food. I hate when people say that. I hate when people say
a brother, not my brother, a brother, told me that. Like, come on, that I didn't say nothing. I said this is why you look the way you look. All right. It was a brother. I'm like, you can't be.
Yeah, man.
You have certain herbs that actually heal you. All right. You have certain herbs that actually heal you, so you have to take the herbs to heal you, and you have to be dedicated to it. Right? Depending on your specific condition. Now, I would even be more aggressive and say everybody has to take the herbs now, because we're under so many different attacks. You know? But eventually, you know, it's going to lead to your death because your body will slowly dying, and the more consumed you are with alcohol and like different fast foods, and you're not balancing it out, and then you're picking the wrong fast foods all the time, that's going to slowly end up with you looking fat as shit. You know, making those unhealthy choices. So you got to really be hyper focused on what you put in your body. All right. So yeah, you know, face value. You never know what a brother's going through, obviously. So you know, you give him some space, but eventually you're going to have to give the brother good advice so he won't kill himself. All right. So you got to go get into the herbs. All right. Go ahead.
Gone. Real quick, Sirach chapter 38 and 4. The Lord hath created medicines out of the earth, and he that is wise will not abhor them.
Right. So if you're wise, you won't abhor them. Yeah. Well, the scriptures also say, don't judge a man on Sabbath day. You know. But we said we have to give you information. All right. There's going to be debates about the Sabbath days and the high holy days, because you got a guy that's saying that the new moon's a full moon, the full moon's a new moon. But then the scriptures say, the Sabbath day, don't let nobody judge you. Well, we got to give you the correct information. That was for Israelites that were just coming into the faith, that were keeping the Greco-Roman customs, and their minds were more inclined to the Greek and Roman holidays, holy days. Their time clock was messed up coming into the faith, so we had to ease, you know, brothers into the faith. All right. So if they just coming into the faith, they're not going to be expected to keep everything perfect. All right. Some people have terrible diets, so you have to balance it out. You got to have the leafy greens, and you got to know how to preserve the leafy greens. One way to preserve it is to keep moisture off of the greens. Put a paper towel on the greens, on the leafy lettuce, all right, and that absorbs the moisture. So the more moisture you keep off of the greens, the longer they'll last in the refrigerator. Instead of just keeping them in there and forgetting about them, do a routine every morning. You know, big handfuls of leafy greens. All right. Now, if you don't want to take the herbs, it's going to result in you looking like shit. All right. Well, because the scripture said, "Oh, don't let a man judge you if you don't take the herbs." Well, if you don't take the herbs, you're eventually going to die. All right. That's what, you know, brothers, they're just coming into the faith. They might not understand. So we're not supposed to excommunicate a brother because he just eat baked macaroni and cheese and fried chicken every day. Well, we're supposed to get on the brother if he just eating baked macaroni and cheese and fried chicken every day. Eventually, you should get cussed the fuck out, and you got to change your diet. All right, and you got to be able to, as a teacher, articulate that point, you know, without looking like a fool. All right, you know, a novice wouldn't be able to do that. All right, go ahead. When I was a child, you know, look up man. When I was a child, was that Corinthians 3? Yeah, we brought the scripture out, but I'm saying we brought childish things. We brought out. I want man, anir.
Yeah. And that diet demon, man. That's like one of the biggest demons amongst our people, man. Because
right. Amongst the world, actually.
Yeah, amongst the world. Yeah, amongst
people.
If
you look at certain Arab peoples, they got similar genetics. Well, that's what I heard. That so-called black people have. They got an obesity problem in Saudi Arabia. I heard.
Oh yeah,
a lot of Arabs
they
are all
started
fucked up.
The McDonald's.
They all no, I mean they're fucked because they eat that Western food, but they eat in excess. They're fat as shit. Them Arab guys be fat as shit. We looking like shit. What the fuck?
Yeah, yep.
They're having big ass bellies, fat ass faces, and fat ass heads. You know?
Yeah.
Because they eating good. They keep eating. Because you can eat good food in excess and be all fucked up. You know?
Yeah.
Which I wanted to add real quick. You know, within society, bad diets are pushed. You know, right. Esau's constantly pushing bad diets. Why? Because he can profit off of that. You know, bad diet leads to bad health, and that leads to you buying more medicine from him. You know, from the pharmaceutical.
Right. Yeah.
And then the thing too is like you would see like you can go to dietitians and you would see like there is like I wouldn't say a push, but there is an access of information for a good diet. The problem is it's not easily accessible to like they put like what's easily to grab in front of you, and that's like a psychological thing, right? If they say like whatever's in front of you first, you're more likely inclined to go to that than go slightly out of your way for something that's beneficial, better for you. It's like a psychological thing. Like you're quicker to go to, you'll spend more money at something that's closer than spend a little less money to go a little bit out of your way. But that's how Esau kind of does things. He like sets things up to be, you know, what's worse for you to do. Yeah, exactly. It's what's worse for you and what's, you know, pushed out the most is not what's good for your body. Now, yeah, you can go a good, healthy route, and there's the information out there on how to live a healthy lifestyle and all that. But it's going to be more expensive. It's going to be a little bit out of your way because it's going to be harder to find these things. Like there's not all these shopping centers that are all, you know, organic or natural food. And if there is, it's fucking overpriced.
It's
so
rooted in belief.
Was that?
It's rooted in belief.
So
because you can go to the supermarket and go right to the fruit section.
Yeah, yep.
And what's in the fruit section in, like I said, in Walmart and one of them Horsham anyway in Pennsylvania. You got the cookies and pies and cakes. Now I pick up the cookies and pies and cakes too, but I go grab the blueberries. I go grab the bananas. You know, and I see the pre-made sandwiches. I like grab one of those, but I keep it balanced and I take herbs, ginger, like ashwagandha, blueberries.
Yeah.
You know, whole blueberries, frozen blueberries. You know, different mushroom powders, etc. So I'm not like, it's not like my body's fucked up, even though I grabbed the banana bread and the chocolate and peanut butter cookies too, you know. And then you got to do exercise too. I got to get back on, you know, doing the exercise and all that. So, but you got some people that don't even do. They just go right for the cookies, pies, and the cakes, the sandwiches, and that's all they do all day. That's the street. Yeah, that's all they do. So over the years of just doing that, you're gonna be fucked up. Yeah, and then excessive amounts of white rice or whatever, without balance, you know. I eat exclusively black rice. That's what I eat. And you can do maybe the other
quinoa.
balsamic, people like that. The balsamic, not balsamic. Balsamic dressing. I can eat greens raw. I can eat greens because I guess my body creates a lot of saliva for it too. When I eat greens raw, I can just I can get it down. Or you can throw a little olive oil in there. The thing is, people like to enjoy themselves. That's really it. It's really a thing of enjoyment. That's like comfort. It's a comfort thing. It's a psychological thing. You know. So you basically gotta cook. You gotta mix it like the banana. Because my mom used to make banana bread a lot when I was like in elementary school. I had to run home with freshly baked banana bread. Watch Power Rangers and the original Power Rangers, and get chunks of banana bread. You know, watch the original Power Rangers before they went to space and all that shit. You know, ninjas. That's about the original Power Rangers. You know, run home, watch that, and eat freshly baked banana bread, freshly baked cookies right out of the banana bread maker, the bread maker. You know. So when I got older, that's still something that I carry over. I like banana bread. You know. So you keep a lot of your habits as a child you keep as an adult. So now, if you want to continue to do that, you got to either mix that with the herbs, diet, exercise. Diet just means the way you eat, not necessarily something specific. If you want to carry that stuff over from your childhood, you got to be able to balance that out with herbs, different smoothies, ashwagandha. I got a lot of stuff I can't even remember. Lion's mane, you know, chlorophyll, green. Start with the S. Florunda. I can't pronounce the name.
You got black maca root.
Maca roots, different maca roots. I got the black maca root, the regular brown maca root, whatever you call that. You know, fasting, not eating for a long period of time, then eating. Juices, liquids. Like instead of buying sodas, which you should not. There's no excuse to be buying fucking sodas. And then. If you do buy a soda, try to buy a healthier soda with no added sugar, like a ginger ale or something. Like the Siemens ginger ale, even though that's still probably not good. But if I were to buy a soda, it wouldn't be. I wouldn't do it consistently. It would be the what's the name of that? That's probably still bad, but that's probably the best ginger ale you can buy. But I'm sure they have like a healthy, actual ginger ale.
Sometimes you get some healthy ginger ales. Like I like boiling ginger ale, but like some ginger ales you could see it will literally say made with ginger. Now, like you could like. I'm guilty like the Canada Dries and Seagrams, and you go in there and it doesn't say ginger ale in the ingredient, but it does say made with natural flavor. So you could you would assume that they're
It's
talking
still
about
bad,
ginger,
but
but it's not.
yeah.
It's not necessarily as fresh as like a freshly ginger ginger ale or like that. But yeah, it's definitely a lot better than fucking down in Cokes all the time. Like you have a lot of families that just eat fucking 2-liter bottles of Coke all the time and a 6-pack of Coke bottles and all that. The whole family just drinking Coke all the night. They don't drink no water. You know.
I know a black woman that just eats ice.
Damn, what the fuck?
She don't drink water. She eat ice.
I mean,
that's crazy. That's psychological. That's fucked. Your brain is fucked up.
yeah.
So they got really bad. She was like fat too. So.
Damn.
Not really fat, just fat.
I had a grandmother like that. She never drank water or nothing like that. She died of natural causes at 50 years old.
Natural, yeah.
Natural, quote unquote. But she was living, you know, making bad decisions, but still, you know, you die of natural causes at 50. You just don't wake up from your sleep at 50.
Yeah, there was this one girl at the job, man. She fucking would, like, it was like damn near, it was like a little less than like a 2-liter bottle of Pepsi. It was like a step down from that, I think like a 1.5 liter or like that. This giant ass fucking bottle of Pepsi every single day. That's all she would fucking drink at work. And she was like this skinny ass fucking girl, and I'm like, yo, like, you need to fucking drink better fucking drinks and something like that. She goes, I'm like, how often do you shit? I'm like, is she that every day? She's like, yeah, I drink them every day. And then she ended up getting fucking all fucked up and shit like that. All these fucking issues she had. Anyways,
that's what all the teachers did too.
Yeah, they got the
Coke.
I forgot what it's called, but it's like a tonic or something I have. It's really strong. You only supposed to take the little thing out, drop it to it. Yeah, I just put that on my tongue, and it like burns a little bit.
Oh, the extract?
Yeah, it's like some type of extract. I forget the name of it. It's like 5 or 6 different herbs in there, and I take that. You know, I take that. I got a bunch of stuff I take. I can't even remember, but yeah, I focus on like the herbs and the different tonics and like natural juices. You know.
And I was gonna say, like, you guys brought the scripture out earlier. If you read a little bit down into it, the also most important thing with all these things that we're saying is also prayer and having Yahweh Shema shine on your side, because, you know, like, with those things coupled together, man, we are faced at with opposition and evils at every side. So like, you gotta try to do better for your body. Try to take in less sodium. Try to take in less sugars. Try to take in less processed foods and less highly saturated fats. You know, get more healthier fats. If you're gonna eat grains, make a mix of your grains, you know.
Try to make it a whole grain.
Yeah, yep. You know, there's okay with what they call cheat meals. You just gotta, what they call a balanced diet. You gotta have a balanced diet. You know, like you look into like cereal, that processed cereal, there was a whole push to fucking start pushing that. Shit, even look at like lobster. I've recently seen a story on lobster and how it became a delicacy. It wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't. It was literally for like fucking poor like army people or for the Navy Yard or something like that. And I think somebody gave it to somebody on the train or some shit like that happened, and it became this fucking thing in New York, like it being this delicacy. So they ended up paying like this easily accessible thing became this. Yeah, and they were charging a high dollar for it. You know. So there's obviously a push for a lot of this BS. You know. So you gotta.
Degenerate food becomes delicacy.
Slave food.
What else? They got the crab, shrimp, the oyster.
Baby eggs, what do you call that?
What are they called? Caviar.
Caviar.
Yeah, they be acting like, I never even had calamari. Calamari,
And then you couple it with the fact that there's foods that you should eat and foods that you shouldn't eat. Deemed by Yahweh Shema Shah, by the Lord. Like that just makes it with that much greater. Like you really don't gotta know really why. You just said the Lord said not to do it, but then when you really look into these foods, you see, okay, well, pork actually is a little bit more processed and it's actually worse for you. The shrimp is like the damn cockroach of the damn sea.
Parasites in the pork.
Yep.
Yeah. And sometimes I may be, I'll look at a so-called fine dining restaurant. I'll look at the menu. 75% of it is all abomination anyway.
Yeah.
Raw meat. You'll have the seafood, the shellfish, All right, the calamari, the caviar.
They want to put bacon on every damn thing.
Bacon on everything,
Yeah.
man. It's
Yeah,
if
you
you
go
go
to
to
Robin's, like they got all this bacon. I'm looking at
Yeah.
trying to find a burger. Like I always got bacon on a lot of damn Red
Yeah,
Robin's
yeah.
fucking burgers. Like,
Yeah.
fuck, and then the burger $15.
It's like
It's $15.
Remember
I
that?
did it one time.
Remember that time we went to go get pizza the one time? The guy asked for a buffalo chicken pizza, but it was a buffalo chicken special that they were running.
Papa John's, though.
Yeah, and it came
of
with
course.
bacon. And dude was in there fucking snapping. He's like, "Oh, why the
Years
fuck
ago,
it's
yeah.
got bacon in it? If I order a buffalo chicken," she's like, "That's just how it comes." He's like, "No," he said, "I ordered a buffalo chicken pizza. Why would there be bacon on a buffalo chicken?" He said, "Don't make no sense." He's like, "Well, because you ordered this special, and the special is buffalo chicken with added bacon." But it wasn't really like in there. Like you gotta like read the fine print that it came with bacon. It's like, yeah, no, the guy was right. Like if I'm ordering buffalo chicken, why are you putting bacon on it? But it's like, go ahead, bro. But they put bacon, they put abominable shit on every damn thing, man.
Yeah, man. Like, for example, if you go to Applebee's and you try to order the mac and cheese from Applebee's, it comes with the bacon. Like, even if you
really?
tell them, even if you tell them like, yo, like, you know, can you take out the bacon? They're like, oh no,
cooked in
that's
there.
it's literally the mac and cheese is literally the bacon. Yeah, the bacon is literally a part of the mac and cheese. You know, it come with whatever sauce they use to, you know, and you got to be careful too because you know these different restaurants you may go to, they like using pork base.
Yep,
for certain,
yep.
You know, that's how they
Lard
get
and
you.
stuff like
Yeah,
that.
they probably
how
cook
they
it on
get
the
you.
same
The grease,
same
yeah.
Yes,
stove
nah,
anyway.
they never clean that.
So-
That's how they get you.
Yeah, that's why you try to do you do your best. You know what I mean? But you know, you're not out here diligently fucking. You know, you ain't eating like pork chops or like that. But if you go to a restaurant, you know,
Yeah, might have some pork juice in it.
yeah. But like the thing too is like
But,
there was a time when I first came.
It's hard to find anyway.
Yeah, when I first came into the truth, man, I was asking, shit, me and the brother, we constantly kept asking, like, does it have pork in it? And then the waitress would be looking at us like crazy, like we're asking. It's like, no, because y'all like be putting pork in every damn thing. Like the amount of times I ordered food and it came out with like some sort of bacon in it or some sort of something, it's like, bro, like what the fuck is this? Like,
You gotta start asking for
Your
vegan
best,
yeah.
probably your best bet is to go to a place maybe like a Mediterranean type food. You know, they might try to throw in a little bit of shrimp in it, but you know, it's better than having being worried about every single thing that could contaminate the food. You know. They're a little bit cleaner than other places as well. Yeah. So
Yeah, and then these fucking restaurants can fuck up. I think the one time I ordered a burrito, and I know what I ordered, and they gave me the fucking the one burrito with like the shrimp in it. I fucking took a bite and I said, yo, I like literally like the moment I crunched down, I said, what the fuck? I spit it right out.
Yeah, you
I said,
know.
bro, what the fuck? And I was so fucking pissed off. They're like, oh no, that's our fault. We put the wrong shit in it. It's like I know y'all did, because I know I didn't ask for this fucking shit with the shrimp in it.
yeah, cause it's sad because the moment you bite into something, you just know like, hold up, this ain't. I can't. You know, you just know it's something wrong with it. You know.
Fine print.
Or that, like
Or
they'll
they
look
give you the wrong
at
shit.
you crazy if they give you a pepperoni pizza when you clearly ask for a plain. They'll be like, just take the pepperoni off. It's like, no, I want a whole new. It sits in the file. Like,
Yeah, I be
give
trying
me a whole
to,
new pizza.
I be giving the analogy to people. I'm like, if someone sat down and took a shit on your pizza, would you take it off? and still eat it?
Yeah.
You
Or
know?
like, yeah.
You wouldn't still eat that shit, would you?
Yeah.
You know, it's done. It's contaminated. You know.
Yeah. Or like, you know, if a damn cockroach crawled on your food, you know, are you still gonna eat it?
Yeah. If it
Or are you just
dropped
gonna
on the
take it
floor,
off and keep on eating it?
Oh, just wipe off the dust.
Yeah,
and-
yeah.
Nah, bro. You're not gonna eat that pizza. So
Yeah, customer service is not good as it used to be.
God.
If it was ever good. No, I think it got worse. Yeah,
It definitely got worse. The people, man, like, our people are so fucking lazy just overall. So they're really just there to fucking get just enough money to just, you know, collect drugs or do whatever, you know.
get in room, right?
Yeah, pay just enough money to pay the rent or whatever. But you guys got a lot of people, and they don't pay you good money anyways. So people that you're not getting paid good, you fucking hate the job that you work at. So why are you gonna put any type of actual effort into your job? You know,
God.
they're getting paid fucking pennies on the hour. The least thing they're gonna do is, you know, care about what they're giving to the, you know, to their customer or whatever.
But yeah, like the brother was saying too, you know, that's why it's so important to pray over your food, because all the food is defiled.
Yeah, exactly.
No matter how clean of a diet we try to eat,
you know, the food is just defiled here, period,
Yep,
man.
yep.
Genesis
Yeah,
2:5.
and we understand that. Like, we ain't over here trying to be over righteous. We're just trying to do our
Genesis
best. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I got something in the midst. Gone. So this is Ezekiel chapter 9:4. It says, "And the Lord Yahweh said unto him, Go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and cry, for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof." Yeah, you know, we're those men who are sighing and crying. You know, those will, of course, we have that mark, which we believe we do through, of course, through faith. You know, where we're constantly sighing and crying, just, you know, every single thing, man, in Babylon and great, you know, go again, you know, going into this example of, you know, the abominations, you know, that basically we have to strive to avoid within society, man. You know, to make sure we don't eat it. You know, to make sure we're not around it. You know, and then, hey, again, you know, it's a lot of things. You know, if you just sit down, because, you know, it's so much bullshit that we have to go through. You know, it's like we almost become numb to it. But if you actually sit down and think about, you know, the different things that we experience from day to day, you know, the different things that you experienced in your past, hey, man, without a doubt, we're in hell. So, you know, we're constantly sighing and crying for Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, you know, to make a swift return.
Yeah, and when we eat kosher, that means the priest, the rabbis, let's say, pray over it and bless it. That's the scriptures say that we're not supposed to eat bread defiled unto sacrifice unto idols or dedicated to idols. So we got no choice. That's what Ezekiel 4, 3rd verse, I believe, says. We should eat bread defiled among the Gentiles. So if we eat kosher, we're eating under the beliefs of all those so-called Jays.
Yep.
Yeah, you wanna do that?
Yeah, I was gonna say something. That's why, like it says, you know, they we sigh and we cry. The reason why a lot of our people get, you know, upset with us because we constantly like bringing out that there's issues with everything that's going on in society and all that, and everything that's wicked and everything that's abominable. But our people live in the state of ignorance is bliss, right? And that's basically being ignorant to something, meaning, you know, as long as I don't know about it, then it's okay. Like what does it matter if I don't know? But that's why they get so upset when we're out here persistently, you know, showing our people their sins and their transgressions. They get upset with that. They get mad at us because they want to live in that ignorance is bliss spirit. But that ignorance is bliss spirit is going to get you fucking killed. It's going to get you killed by the Lord, man. That's why we keep trying to shed the light on all this abominable shit that's going on in this, you know, in this world, man.
Yeah.
In this kingdom.
Yeah. Yeah, real quick, I got that word for sigh. It's the Hebrew word anach, which means, yeah, to sigh, to groan, to mourn.
Yep.
You know, and then that's the point. You know, we be groaning, just different. You know, for example, like the point you're just going into. You know, basically, you know, eating a damn burrito. If you find some shrimp in it, you know, you're groaning like, damn, bro.
Exactly.
Like,
yep. Yeah, because I don't believe in ignorance is bliss. Me no understanding and having the knowledge that I'm not supposed to be eating shrimp, it's gonna make me, you know, moan and groan. But the next guy's like, don't worry about it. You know, who cares? Like, you know. Then you try to show them that they want. No, I don't want to see that. And I don't care about that because, you know, like I said, they want to live in their ignorance. Well, you're gonna die in your ignorance.
Yeah. You gotta get Genesis. Or did we get man?
No, man, out of
oh yeah.
Corinthians.
Yeah, I got it. So yeah, so
Go to read the best definition. Don't read them all.
console man, meaning or within.
From a boy to a man or something like that.
Yeah, within 1 Corinthians chapter 13 and 11, man meaning, or being the Greek word, anayr, right? Yeah, meaning with reference to age to distinguish an adult man from a boy.
Yeah. There you go. So we're not children anymore. So now we are responsible. So we got to know how to take care of our bodies and not depend on the doctor to heal all your diseases. All right? But they're into prescribing either medications, writing prescriptions. You know, sometimes they're very light, like a Tylenol or something. Then it can be more aggressive. All right, which they can work, but you don't want to depend on that. All right, they can work. All right. But our main faith is based upon what the Lord set up, which was the herbs, prayer and herbs.
It's Hosea 4:6. Not sure if y'all brought this out already. It says, "My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee. That thou shalt be no priest to me, seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy power, I will also forget thy children."
Right, yeah, he said that about the tribe of Levi. All right? So they lost their priesthood. Now we're all priests under Yahweh Shai of the elect. We're all considered priests. So we have to know how to do the ceremonies. We have to know how to use the herbs in the order, how to arrange, Israel when it comes to the high holy days. Right? So because the tribe of Levi went off, he rejected Levi from being priest, from holding that office. Right? And now we all hold the office of priest. So read the scripture I called for.
Genesis.
Genesis 2:5.
This is the book of Genesis 2:5. It says, "And every plant of the field before it was in the earth, and every herb of the field before it grew, the Lord Yahweh had not caused it to rain upon the earth, and there was not a man till the ground."
So key word was herb and till the ground, because the herbs come out of the earth. All right? The herbs come out of the earth, and the herbs are for our healing, like the brother read. I believe you read that in Sirach.
Yes, Sirach 38.
Right. So that's where our healing comes from. So before we depend on a chemist, which again, it can work. The medicines they do provide can work, but you don't want to be dependent on a prescription. All right, your prescription should be first the herbs, prayer and herbs first. All right. Esau, he's good at making like the topical creams, ointments. They work. They work. But when it comes to taking long-term drugs from the doctor, I would depend on the Lord first. Prayer and the herbs. Change your way, the way you think about food. And don't take those bad foods and access.
I'll take things like if I add that, like something like headaches, for example, right? There could be a real reason why you're getting headaches. It could be that you're not eating, you need more fluids in your body. It could be that you're stressed, right? It could be that you don't have enough, sometimes your body needs a little bit of sugar in it, right? So you might not have sugar in your body, so you're getting a headache for that. But if you just keep taking medicine and don't actually fix the root of what's actually causing that, and actually taking in something good and healthy for you to prevent the headaches, and you're always going to pretty much have that type of headache, So it doesn't. You could take the quick Excedrin and it relieve the headache, but if you don't, like I said, if you don't do the necessary things to prevent it, it's going to keep getting.
You got to study it.
Yeah.
Technique is to if you're taking a drug, to study your disease and then wean yourself off of the drug. Right? You're taking like something for your eyes, and it tells you like has suicidal thoughts and death. Like, you want to get off of that, So you want to study it and then take something natural and then wean yourself off of the laboratory drug.
Because at the end of the day, your regular
depression,
aspirin,
all that.
because at the end of the day, your regular aspirin and all that, it comes from, the root of it comes from the natural herbs anyway. They just put out a bunch of chemicals and all this other.
Patent it,
Yeah,
Because aspirin, I believe, is an herb, right?
I believe so.
Yeah, it's I forgot what it is.
Plant. It's a plant.
Salicin, or let me see
Yeah.
what's called.
So they extract that, or they create it artificially. They combine different hydrogen, carbon elements together, and then they create it in a laboratory. Synthetic, like melatonin, to help you sleep and all that. That's all synthetic. If you see a herb that says melatonin on there to help you sleep, that's synthetic. They create that in the laboratory. So I wouldn't take it. You
Yeah,
don't
so
know what side
salicin.
effects. Salicin.
Yeah. That's when, or pretty much that's what comes from, or salicin is, you can find that in white willow bark.
White willow bark.
Yeah.
So they extract that. So they found that, and then they just try to replicate it in the laboratory, because you can't, patent a plant, but you can patent something that you create in the laboratory that has the same or similar effects. So that's Esau trying to replace the Most High and make money and mass produce something natural artificially. All right? Artificially produce something that's natural so you can make money. So you can't tell me that there's no side effects to that. I don't believe that. Even if people were taking it and they got success stories and all that, I don't believe that there's no side effects.
Yeah, you got Noah Harari pretty much saying that, we don't need the Most High anymore. We can create our own water. We can create our own food.
Hydrogen. They figured out that oxygen, water is hydrogen and oxygen. 2 hydrogens, 1 oxygen. H2O. So they can create their own water. Right? Not everything is equal. Yeah, you can create water. And you can do the electrolysis process or the alkaline process. So electrolysis actually breaks it apart. The alkaline thing, but it's not the same as your real McCoy. Right? And McCoy was a so-called black man, I believe from Ireland or Scotland or something like that. Research real McCoy. It's a so-called black man. All right. So if you want the real McCoy, you gotta get it from the Most High.
Yeah.
All right. And then not everything, you can't. Some certain things you can create, and it's the same or similar. But when Esau start making like millions and millions of billions of dollars off of it, it's not the same. It's not the same. It's adulterated somehow.
Right.
And they're trying to be this plastic. I don't know about the plastic ice cream they had. They created plastic ice cream, but it wasn't edible yet. So they're working on making it edible. It's like this ice cream type paste, but it's made out of plastic.
Damn.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think it was edible at that stage, but they're trying to get to the point where it's edible. So they're basically trying to make like a meal ready to eat that can easily be stored. So some type of natural disaster happens or catastrophe, they can just put everybody on that paste or some type of paste, like a green paste or a white paste that has some nutrition in it that you can survive off. So that tells me that they're trying to create some type of catastrophe in which all the food is cut off, and they can just feed you that so you can survive off of that. Why they eat natural foods, having wine, champagne, and fucking chicken and lamb chops, greens and green peas, while we eating the Soylent Green. It was a movie. That's another movie you should watch.
Eating bugs.
Charlton Heston starred in it. Allegedly the greatest actor in the world, as Apostle used to say. Charlton Heston. Soylent Green was basically these wafers, these cakes that were made out of basically dead body parts. They whipped it into a paste, to like a cracker. That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to make us eat like paste. Like a white paste or a green paste. Because they want to have some natural catastrophe happen. They cut the cities off, and the only food we got to eat is some damn white or green paste. While the elites are eating fucking like
steaks.
Yeah, they eat
steak and
peppers.
chicken.
Yeah.
Yeah, and beef, medium rare, of course, for them.
Yep. Yeah, they got the fresh vegetables.
Onion, chopped onions, roasted onions, lightly roasted onions,
they got a nice hot salad with some cherry tomatoes
butter,
in there.
unsalted butter, smothered all over it.
They got
lamb.
They got the newly imported fruit that you never seen before, the exotic.
Dragon fruit you don't even know how to eat.
Yeah, jackfruit.
Watermelon. And I don't know why the niggas left. Dude, man, cut it out. And we got the turbo you put on there.
Just to stop at the light.
So Esau is making the gap between the poor and the rich even greater. So when a catastrophe happens, go get Ezra 15:16. All right, but read what you're going to read. So when the catastrophe happens, they'll already have it set up that we eating fucking plastic, eating reverse shit. When they doing that too, turning feces into food.
Yeah, or like it was also this one article. Pretty much they were saying, oh yeah, if we can pretty much extract water from feces. You know, we can make it drinkable.
That's foul.
How about purifying seawater? How about that?
Yeah, there's no reason to do
They extracting. People live off of that. Purifying seawater. People actually survive off of purifying seawater. That's the best way. Or it takes too much energy to go in. Well, figure it the fuck out. You're supposed to be so goddamn smart. Purify fucking seawater.
Wasn't there Jake that was that he had created a thing where basically like he could literally make water out the air? Like he was able to, like he had this giant thing. He was able
Yeah,
to,
I mean that's not like earth shit. That's normal. I mean that's.
Yeah, but
they brought it out though. Yeah, that the Jake made, but he didn't invent it.
Yeah, it's true. It says Japanese researchers create artificial meat from human feces.
From the feces, yeah, that was an old thing that was going around years ago. Yeah, I remember that was going around the internet. But yeah, that's a simple process, you know. It's basically how an air conditioner works.
And the point is,
it's reversible air conditioner.
There's other ways to make water. You don't need to fucking pull it from that shit, you know.
The air conditioner pulls in
the air.
Yeah, it pulls in air and then
yep, creates condensation or it creates
I forgot exactly how it works. It drops the temperature of the air.
Yeah.
You know, and it removes the moisture from the air and it drops the temperature of the air and it puts it back into the room. I forget exactly how it works. But yeah, but then you have condensation from it because it pours the moisture from the air. That wasn't like an invention that he made. But you know, there's some fake news in there. It's not everything is, you know, what they say. But it's not a fantastic new thing to pull moisture out of the air because there's moisture in the air. You know, free electricity. You know, you can develop different inventions where you can make electricity. The thing is, most people don't care and they get their electricity from somewhere else anyway. Yep. So it's not really urgent for people to be sharing their technology. But pulling moisture out of the air, you know, you still have to power it though. You know, so go read some precepts in Ezra 15, 16.
I got something. Yeah. So this is Psalm chapter 73. And in 3 it says, "For I was envious at the foolish when I saw the prosperity of the wicked."
Because most people are not going to like take the invention and research it and then replicate it again. They just watch the video and say, "Wow, you made water out of the air." You know, well, it takes power to power that machine. So did he explain that part? You know, so that's when you talk about the fake news earlier about, you know, like the chick said. Let me pull it again. Pull the video up again. That the word legal meant undoing God's law. Play the video again. So you got to be careful with these videos.
Okay, let's look up some words. Legal. Undoing God's law.
I downloaded the book and it's not in there.
From 1890.
Undoing God's law. I found the exact book online.
Law. This is from 1893, Dictionary of Arts and Sciences.
Dictionary of Arts and Sciences.
Encyclopedia.
Find it online.
So legal, translated, literally means undoing God's law.
Right, and you're not following God's law because you got your hair uncovered and you're teaching. Alright? So you filter everything through the precepts. Alright? The precepts and your logic. Okay? Logic. And your own, you know, research skills.
Your diligence. You got to do diligence. You know?
Like, research, looking it up. Okay, this works this way. Well, how is he powering the machine? How does this work? There's other people do it before him. You know, look at the book. If somebody says the word legal means undoing God's law according to this Webster's dictionary, look the book up and see it. And it wasn't fucking in there. I did Control F on the P. It wasn't fucking in there. It was legal. The definition for legal wasn't even in there. That wasn't one of the definitions within that book. All right, so the bitch was fucking lying. All right, and then these people, you don't know who the hell they are. Like, where they have a website? I'm trying to help people. Motherfucker, you got a fucking website? What's your Instagram so we can hit you up? Do you do live streams? You know? So, again, get your information from the prophets. All right, the prophets, we can filter the information for you and tell you whether it's bullshit or not, and then see what utility it actually has. You know? And if you can actually replicate it in your home. You know? Because if I can get free water by replicating it, you know, that would be a good mobile living option. I don't have to go buy gallons of water, the 5-gallon jugs of water if I'm doing like a mobile living kind of thing. That'll be useful to me, you know? Yeah, I guess I wouldn't have a water bill if I'm a homeowner either, you know? But if I live in an apartment, it means nothing. You know, well, I guess if they cut the power off and shit like that, then I wouldn't have the machine. But if they don't cut the power off, then creating my own water wouldn't mean anything. If I created my own water, it wouldn't mean anything if I live in an apartment. But, go with the precept. Cities being, wives being, no, start with in the wars, the men are going to die. That's a good place to start. Second Ezra.
Yeah.
In the wars.
I think that's 16.
Where you want to start?
I'm trying to look for it here.
Yeah, because this system is going to change. All right, the system is going to change from you're safe to walk up and down the streets to it's going to be like the Wild West, the Wild West. How like Red Dead Redemption. The gangs are going to be running up and down the damn street. You got it?
Yeah, I'm gonna start at verse 18. It's a lot to read, but it's 2 Ezra 16 and 18. The beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of wars, and the power shall stand in fear. The beginning of evils, what shall I do when these evils shall come? Behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for amendment. But for all these things they shall not turn away from their wickedness, nor be away mindful of their scourges. Behold, victuals shall be be so good cheap upon earth that they shall think themselves to be in good case.
Yeah, they don't think it's going to be accessible because they're able to buy and sell. All right? But it's not the case. The case is going to be that that's a trap. All right? It's a trap of convenience. All right? And eventually it's going to be you have to take the implant ship to get those victuals, food supplies.
And even then shall evils grow upon earth, sword, famine, and great confusion.
Yeah, so even though it's going to be, certain things are going to be accessible, it's going to be a point where they're not going to be accessible. So it's going to go through a process. That's just going to stay. It's not going to be just cheap or the illusion of it being cheap. It's going to be not accessible at a point also. Because it mentions the famines right after it. All right.
And the dead shall be cast out as dung, and there shall be no man to comfort them, for the earth shall be wasted, and the city shall be cast down.
Yep.
There shall be no man left to till the earth and to sow it. The trees shall give fruit, who shall gather them? The grapes shall ripen, who shall tread them? For all places shall be desolate of men, so that one man shall desire to see another and to hear his voice. For of a city there shall be 10 left, and 2 of the field which shall hide themselves in the thick groves and in the clefts of the rocks. As in an orchard of olives, upon every tree there are left 3 or 4 olives.
Yeah, so you're going to have people scattered, going to different areas, fleeing certain cities, fleeing certain neighborhoods because of the famine and because of the law coming down. You got to get the implant, or and inquisition. You might be a terrorist. You might be committing a crime. All right? So the Constitution is not going to be able to stand any of that. This is the truth. So there's no way the Constitution can be valid during when this is happening, or the Bill of Rights, or the equivalent in your other countries. What?
Verse 31, even so in those days there shall be 3 or 4 left by them that search their houses with the sword. And the earth shall be laid waste, and the fields thereof shall wax old,
Yeah,
and her
the sword is with weapons.
Yep.
You know, with rifles, handguns.
Yep.
You know, dogs, technology. You know, that's when it comes to the government. They're gonna have people that are gonna be searching for food. You know, doing the same thing with their weapons, animals, and technology to assist them. With searching the house with the sword.
Yep. And the earth shall be laid waste, and the fields thereof shall wax old, right? Because there ain't gonna be nobody out in the fields trying to farm or anything like that. It's gonna be all out chaos, you know?
What's at the fields?
Yep.
You know, like the grass ain't gonna be cut.
Yep.
Like when it rain, the grass is gonna be high, so you're walking like that video game.
Yep.
Yeah, you're walking through hot, tall grass. It's not gonna be cut.
Yep. They're gonna be known out there doing that kind of shit. Says, and her ways and her past shall grow full of thorns. Yep. And like you see, like I think that was what was that movie with Will Smith? They show like the city just like fucking just
I Am Legend.
yeah, I Am Legend.
Part 2 coming up,
Yep.
apparently,
Yeah,
something
yeah,
like
yeah.
that.
But you see like this, you see the city just trees uprooting from the ground. There's vegetation and grass and thorns all over the damn, you know, the street and all that, you know, coming up through. It's a good indication of that. It says, the virgin shall mourn having no bridegrooms. The woman shall mourn having no husbands. Their daughters shall mourn having no helpers.
And so you're going to have a lot of women that are going to be in suffering. They're going to be suffering because they don't have a man.
In the wars.
So that proves that women aren't as strong as men. The only time women can be exercise liberty is when men set it up so they can be free.
Yeah, when men grant them that. Men grant them that.
Yeah, men grant women the ability to choose.
Yep.
So as long as men pull back from women, then they're going to then they're going to be on their own.
Yep.
They're going to operate. The only way women can survive is if they operate machines with technology. If there are no machines with technology, a woman can't survive by herself for a long period of time.
It says, in the wars shall their bridegrooms be destroyed, and their husbands shall perish of famine. Hear now these things and understand them, ye servants of the Lord.
Their husbands are going to die. Those are the normies, the normal people that are not of the elect. Their men are going to die and they're going to be left alone. So if they're not of the elect, they're going to die with them. They're going to die at a later time. Or if they are the elect, they're going to get with the elect men. But that's great suffering. All right? So there's going to be, obviously there's going to be some type of catastrophe in which the government is not maintaining order and providing goods and services anymore. Right? So that's going to happen. The system is not going to provide goods, services, safety, cleanliness, like trash removal, food deliveries to supermarkets and the farmers markets. Right? It's going to be a lot of suffering. And I heard that like America's population is beyond replacement. I've been hearing that a lot. Like the babies that they're having now can't replace with the same numbers, so the numbers on a decline for to repopulate.
Yeah,
I believe that's talking about Esau, the
mortality
white man.
versus the birth rate and all
Yeah,
that.
yeah, it is, but it's higher. More people dying than being born. To look that up for yourself, and I believe that's among. I don't think that's among the darker nations. I think that's like among might be Moabites.
Yeah, that's
and
Moab.
Moab and Esau, I believe.
Yeah, you got a lot of old people that are about to die, and you don't have as many young people as you think as you once did. You know.
Yeah, and if it wasn't for so many damn abortions amongst the black and Latinos, then, you know, I don't know if our population is on the decline, but I know Esau's and Moab's, from what I've been hearing, is on a decline. I don't think blacks and Latinos are on the decline. Could be wrong, but I definitely know, yeah, Esau, and I heard Moab. Because Esau always complaining about it. Oh yeah, but they're on the decline. But I heard recently Moab is on the decline too. Or Ammon, Moab or Ammon. There was a video, I think Tasha K did it. She's a local masculine black woman, real demon. She said that Japanese, the country, I don't know how she's corroborating that, they want black men to come to help repopulate their country. Well, that's not possible because they would populate it, but they would be all so-called Negroes. They'd be all Judah, Ben, Levi, all the tribes. So,
yeah, I got a statistic for you actually.
You got Exodus chapter 1 and 10 that basically speaks about at least they multiply. Basically.
Oh yeah.
Back then in the Egyptian time, they didn't want the Israelites to multiply more than them.
Yep, this is I just looked up real quick. It's Hispanics' birth rate on the decline. Little guy, fucking AI on Google now. So this is with AI. So take it with a grain of salt. But it says yes, Hispanic fertility rates have been declining nationwide, dropping from 108 children per 1,000 Hispanic women aged 15 to 44 in 1990 to 63.4 children per 1,000 in 2021.
Well, it's working. The programs is birth control program is working.
Yep. So the number of births has also decreased by an average of 2% per year from 2014 to 2020, including a 4% drop from 2019 to 2020. Hispanic women's fertility has declined the most dramatically by over 1/3 since 2007. So,
well, and it depends on where it is
yeah.
too.
Well, this is nationwide.
In
so,
America?
Yeah.
America?
No, nationwide. Yeah. Like.
Yeah, and I got something real quick.
Yep.
It says, when did the one-child policy end? It says the end of China's one-child policy was announced in late 2015 and formally ended in 2016. Beginning in 2016, the Chinese government allowed all families to have 2 children, and in 2021, all married couples were permitted to have as many as 3 children.
Yeah, because their population, their birth is on a decline. So their what you call it, the Planned Parenthood.
Yep.
They went to the Georgia Guidestones say had maintain humanity under 500 million.
And,
So,
and the thing too is
They
like,
still have to kill like a couple billion people.
there's also a huge push for women going to college, women having successful careers and all that. So women will take that route and say, well, I don't want to have kids yet. I want to focus on my career. That's a huge thing for women. So they know that kids are gonna hinder their career. So they'll push back having a kid to establish their career or whatever. So they do finally have a kid. They're having a kid at 30s plus, 40s maybe, right? And by that time, they might not want to have no kids at all because they know they're too old.
But they can't.
Yeah, some women are like, no, because it's the other thing too is women have a ticking time for their eggs, right? Their eggs get destroyed year over year. That's why they're the most fertile when they're young and not as fertile when they get older.
But they freeze the eggs.
Yep. They try to freeze it for later. Yep.
Yeah. And that shit don't work most of the time.
Yep. Or and that's why they might have to get like a surrogate. They find a nice husband. They can't get pregnant, so they have to, inject her because she won't want him cheating. She won't want him laying down with a handmaid like you would in the past. She would want you would go to a scientist or go to the doctor, have the sperm get injected into some woman to have the baby be born. But that's really it. Like there's a huge push for women's growth in career, so it's destroying the whole dynamic of their family and all that.
So if you do the egg thing in another woman, what does the child look like the mother?
Yeah, the child's supposed to look like the mother. Yeah.
Like the egg or like
Yeah.
or the surrogate?
I think the egg is supposed to look like. I think so. I don't know.
look it
Because
up.
that's the whole reason why they freeze the egg.
It was something that happened that came out. It was like an Edomite woman, and she put like a so-called black woman's eggs in it, and the baby came out like with melanin. And
Oh,
stuff,
yep,
So
yep.
it could, yeah.
That's great.
And people was mad about that. Like, why would you, people
Yeah,
was
why would
mad
you?
about
Yeah,
that.
but yeah.
Oh, so you put it in the egg
They
in the white woman?
Yeah,
The so-called white woman?
an egg from a so-called black woman
Into
into
a
a
white
white
woman.
woman.
Bro, that's like
Yeah.
a one life decision
Why would
right
you?
there.
Well,
like.
yeah, you chose the egg. Well, I guess
Yeah.
she didn't know that the egg was so-called African American. She didn't know.
No, I think she knew.
She
I
knew
think
the egg was
I think she
African
wanted that.
Yeah.
I could
She
probably,
was a black woman. Like her eggs were like how she would know that her eggs were dark skinned, right? Yeah or no?
Yeah. Like let me see.
Oh,
No,
she
I
wanted
think
it-
she
she wanted
wanted
it- she wanted it-
it. I think she wanted.
To use that surrogate.
Yeah.
Maybe she went to a clinic and the only surrogates they had were white women. I don't know.
Oh,
But-
so she didn't want the color. She wanted the.
no, she
I don't know why she did it. I just know that's what happened.
She was
Yeah.
pissed about it looking.
Yeah.
But the baby still came out melanin using the dark skinned egg. What she's saying. Yeah. So I don't know.
It's confusion. That's why this king. Well, America's called Babylon.
Okay. So yeah.
We got that.
How
Fact check.
how a white Christian family gave birth to black triplets.
That's crazy.
It's crazy. Like it's it be stuff like that, man.
There you go. To show you, man, Jake's on top.
So was
Everybody-
the surrogate Edomite?
I think it's. Let me see. What is
Because
this?
the surrogate was a black woman.
No, the surrogate was probably the Christians, the Edomites.
Edomites.
Yeah.
Christian.
Go to show you, man. Everybody want to
Yeah.
be Jake, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, if it goes on the egg or it goes on the surrogate, we gotta figure that out. But go back to Esdras.
You want me to keep going into the plagues, meaning not slack, or
Go to cities being cut off. You got it, 16 chapter.
Yep.
yeah?
Cities being cut off.
Yeah.
70 something or something like that.
40? Yeah. Let me see.
A man should desire to go into a city, should not be able.
Yeah, they're talking about. So they adopted like embryos that came like from a so-called black woman,
Okay.
And they saved them, and they put it for the Edomite woman, and they just had 3, you know, melanated children, you know, because obviously they're not Jakes, you know, if they coming from the Edomite seed. But they may appear as you know.
Gun?
Yeah, I'm just trying to find where to start at because it's all pretty good. I'll start at verse 67. 2 Ezra 16, verse 67. Behold, the Most High himself is a judge. Fear him. Leave off from your sins and forget your iniquities. To meddle no more with them forever, so shall the Most High lead you forth and deliver you from all trouble. For behold, the burning wrath of a great multitude is kindled over you, and they shall take away certain of you and feed you, being idle with things offered unto idols. And they that consent unto them shall be had in derision and in reproach and trodden under foot. For there shall be in every place and in the next cities a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord.
Those are the Israelites. Huh?
They shall be like madmen, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord.
Yes, that's what the Israelites. Yeah, so they're going to do something they're going to attack certain neighborhoods where so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Indians live. And the reason why, well, it could be maybe they're terrorists, or they believe they got some type of disease. Who knows? They're going to come up with some type of excuse to perform those acts against sons of Jacob, children of Israel. What?
Yep. It says,
or to bring them out so they can be microchipped. Could be that too. Microchip. What?
It says, for they shall be like madmen, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord. For they shall waste and take away their goods and cast them out of their houses, and they shall be known who are my chosen, and they shall be tried as the gold is in the fire.
Civil forfeiture. So I believe if your property or your home is used in the commission of a crime, the government can take it away from you. What?
Yep. It says, then shall they be known who are my chosen, and they shall be tried as the gold in the fire. Hear, O ye my beloved.
Then shall it known. Well, because there's a lot in between that. Yeah, because if they do try to do that to the Lord's elect, the Lord is going to endow his elect with spiritual power. And the elect are going to be protected by the angels, Psalms 91. All right, so it says, when that happens, when they come into the Israelites' houses, them that fear the Lord, when they come into certain Israelites' houses, the Lord Yahweh Shai is going to mount a defense against the attackers, against the government, against the different governmental forces. Then it's going to be known, because it's going to be evident who has the power. All right? Well, the power like Philip had, like Peter and John had. All right? Like Paul and Barnabas had. You're going to have that power. And power like Moses and Aaron had.
It says, hear, O ye my beloved, saith Yahweh, behold, the days of trouble are at hand, but I will deliver you from the same. Be ye not afraid, neither doubt, for the Most High is your guide. And the guide of them who keep my commandments and precepts, saith Yahweh. Let not your sins weigh you down, and let not your iniquities lift up themselves. Woe be unto them that are bound with their sins and covered with their iniquities, like as a field is covered with their bushes, and the path thereof covered with thorns, that no man travel through. And that's it. That's it.
Go back to read City Should Be Cut Off. Did you read that already?
I think that might be in 50.
Find where that's at. I don't think it's
Real quick, I got something in the midst. Gone. It says Isaiah chapter 54.
I've read it where it says there will be a great insurrection in the cities.
right. Go.
It says Isaiah chapter 54 and 17. It says, no weapon that is formed against thee shall prosper, and every tongue that shall rise against thee in judgment thou shalt condemn.
Read it again. Find that precept.
It says, Isaiah chapter 54 and 17, no weapon that is formed against thee shall prosper, and every tongue that shall rise against thee in judgment thou shalt condemn.
Yeah. Weapon and tongue. They can say, put a famine on us, cut the supermarkets off, cut the clean water, sanitation. That's a weapon, all right? And that's a tongue. So it's not going to prosper against the Lord's anointed, against the Lord's elect. All right? So that's the prophecy, and that's going to be fulfilled. What?
Yeah, it says, this is the heritage of the servants of the Lord Yahweh, and the righteousness is of me, saith the Lord Yahweh.
All right, so that's for the elect. All right, 2/3 of Israel that's in the Babylon America, they're going to suffer. They're going to suffer. Now, if you are the elect, our suffering is going to be minimal. You're going to have some of us put to death, but the majority is not going to be no H costs. All right, the majority of us are going to survive through the invading of our homes and our neighborhoods. All right? Because what we're doing right now would be considered treason or unlawful gathering. All right? So we're not going to be able to perform the office of preaching when the time of Jacob's trouble is at hand. All right? You got that, Precept? Is that it?
Yeah. You said you wanted where they kind of go into a city, desire to go into a city. All right. It's 2nd Ezra 15, and I'm going to start at verse 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein. The sword for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh. And one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hand. There shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their king nor princes. In the course of their action shall stand in their power. A man shall desire.
One people to fight against another. That's the so-called race wars and class wars. They're going to clash. All right? And it's going to be over money. Money, and maybe somebody got killed and they want justice. All right? There's going to be some reason that two different groups are going to be fighting each other, like the movie Civil War. You got different groups fighting each other. One people fighting against another people. I don't know how much racism they showed in the movie, but it's going to definitely be a lot of that. Oh, it's going to be a lot of racism. You're going to have Jakes that's going to be thinking that it's just about class and all that, and them actors are going to, man, they're going to remind you that you are N-word. All right? You're a conservative, so-called black, Latino, Mexicans for Trump. Esau going to remind you that you're just an N-word. He's going to remind you. All right? You might live next to him, but they're going to look at you as dirty and undefiled. But this is Satan. Satan looks at class and your race. And race trumps above all, especially in the time of Jacob's trouble.
Yep. Like to your point about that movie Civil War, it says they shall not regard their kings or princes. They were going right after that damn president, man. They didn't give a fuck about the Secret Service or the FBI or anything. They were just, seeking after the, to kill the government, which
it came out, right?
Was that?
It came out?
Yeah.
When would it come on DVD?
I don't know. I'm over here ruining the damn, spoiling the movie for you.
No,
I know you don't care about it. Yeah. But you would see like they were seeking after, to basically kill the damn president, man. There was like a whole war against basically like the military and just the everyday fucking people. They didn't really go much into like the actual civil war of it all. It was more of like a journalist type movie, but
oh really?
Yeah, it was more about journalism, if anything. You've seen the movie, right?
I didn't get to see it.
Yeah, it's I mean it's all right, but like I said, it's more about journalism than it actually is about a civil war.
Yeah. Very live.
It says
what kind of American are you?
Yeah. It says, for there shall be sedition among men and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes. So it don't matter what laws are out. It don't matter, who's in authority at the time.
Who the sheriff.
Yeah, yep. There ain't going to be no regard for that. In the course of their actions shall stand in their power.
Yeah, they're going to get away with it.
Yep.
Yeah.
A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. Because of their pride, the city shall be troubled. The houses shall be destroyed, and the men shall be afraid. And men shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. Damn.
Lack of bread and great tribulation. Yeah.
Yep.
Starving is going to be suffering. That's bad. Suffering. Not knowing where your meal coming from. Yep. Not eating for days.
Yep. Yeah, you go to these communities, right? And this is speaking from experience. You go to these communities, shoot, even if you're doing Uber through these communities, You go through these communities, like these real nice, richy houses, everybody waving at you, they walk on the street, you know, they're all friendly and all that. If you're living in the communities, everybody's neighborly and friendly. That's all going down. That's all going. There ain't gonna be no friendly neighborhood when all shit hit the fan. Because like I said, when the Great Tribulation happened, you're gonna be seeking after your neighbor for their goods. It says, a man shall desire to go into. Oh no, sorry, I read that. Because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, and the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword, and spoil their goods, because of lack of bread and for great tribulation. Behold, saith the power, I will call together all the kings of the earth to reverence me, which are from the rising of the sun, from the south, from the east, and Libanus, to turn themselves one against another, and repay the things that they have done to them. Like as they do yet this day unto my chosen, so will I do also, and recompense in their bosom, thus saith the Lord power, or Yahweh. I'm gonna keep going.
No, read it again.
God, it says, I'll read it from because of their pride. Because it's verse 2 Ezra 15 and 18. Actually, sorry, verse 17. It says, a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword.
Yeah, man shall have no pity upon his neighbor. That's not something that you can survive by yourself, being independent. Yep. You're going to have divine intervention. All right? To survive that, you're going to be battling people with actual weapons.
Yeah, I just want to say, if a man's going to be afraid of the shit that's going on the earth, what the fuck a woman going to be doing?
Yeah.
Because a woman ain't going to have all this fucking, a woman can't even escape a damn fucking spider. All right? There'll be a spider at the door, and they can't even fucking overcome the spider at the door. They start breaking down crying because they can't kill the damn spider. What about when there's a real threat? I'm talking real threats.
Yeah. Yeah, and a good example of that is, I don't know if you brothers watched the movie Leave the World Behind, but, he's pretty, it was somebody who needed, I guess, like some sort of medicine. And, he went to, like a neighbor, they was good friends. He knocked, and he came out with a shotgun, like, yo, what are you doing here? Like, he didn't even know him. Yep. Like, that's the type of situations that's really gonna happen, like, during that time.
Yeah, he said, listen, you go about your business, I'm going about mine. You shouldn't even be here,
Yep.
I'm trying to protect my own, because he knows that, like, no one's just coming to seek, refugee. Like, even if he was honest, why would I risk my family and my safety for somebody I don't know? Why am I doing it?
So they weren't really friends. They were more so like associates.
Yeah, associates.
If they were actually friends, he would invite them then, but he wasn't a friend. Yep. Or if he thought he was his friend, that's shame on you.
But the thing too, but the thing too is, like, even in that day, like, just friends is probably not going to be enough for someone, because, like, like, you can't really trust nobody, Like I said, in that day, all that shit is out the window.
Well,
man.
I mean, they didn't see normal
I'm
friends.
talking about in the world. Like,
normal friends, they're not really bound by any code of ethics and rules and guidelines. I mean,
talking about in the world, because, like, when all shit hit the fan, how do you really trust a quote unquote friend's true intentions? Because at the end of the day, everyone's trying to protect their own family, and although in the world you have a friend and you want to do well by him, you got to also think about your family and what you have. Can I really afford giving it to them? And they show you that in movies. People do come together, and then when things start breaking in between them, it's an all-out fucking war between them. So
it was a movie that was popular years ago. It was like a nuclear blast allegedly, and they were locked in the basement. I gotta get the movie. I was just looking at the title. But it was supposed to be radiation outside. There was like a door that was there. It was big. It was one of the apocalyptic movies that we were watching some years ago.
I feel like I remember that. And didn't they just, like, they wouldn't go outside, and then it finally did go outside, and they realized like there was nothing like actually wrong
I
out there.
believe that's how it was.
but it was like all out, like they were like literally locked themselves down there. All this shit was like they were like down there killing each other, and they kind of find out they could have left at any time.
Nah,
it wasn't like there wasn't like
I can't, cause
something
you
like
need,
that.
To be the filter. It'll be too bright for us. Like, you can do it inside, but like you do it outside, like yeah, like you need the ND filter, for, like the demolition, and this like lighting. Yeah, I know. Look, I'll show you. Like if you set it to 180, it'll be too high. It doesn't look good. So even 24, like the ND filter, like will give you the best results.
And where do you have the frame rate?
It's 30.
Put on 60.
Oh yes, we can do that too.
On 60.
Yeah, it's too late now.
But it's twice the frame.
Yeah.
Double or triple. And to get Isaiah 13. Isaiah 13.
So book of Isaiah 13. It says, the burden of Babylon, which Isaiah the son of Amos did see, lift ye up a banner upon the high mountain, exalt the voice unto them, shake the hand that they may go into the gates of the nobles.
Yeah, that's the prophets going out preaching. Right? Like the apostles were saying, like the prophets, they didn't fight in the different wars. Their office was teaching. What?
That was, I don't remember this. That was this movie called
Yeah,
The Divide.
The Divide.
Yeah, they actually locked themselves in a basement, which is it's a pretty good movie, just showing you the collapse of people. But just look at that picture right there. Look at the city, being destroyed and all that. But it's a pretty good movie back in 2011.
2011.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that was one of the movies that the Elders and Apostles always recommend the movies, and I think that was one of the movies that going around either from a brother or from an apostle.
Got it.
The Divide. That was one of the first movies that we watched. Was The Divide. So if you haven't seen the movie The Divide, that shows you how you got to learn how to work together in a tight, confined area, and what's going to happen. That's what happened in that movie. So I watched the movie again, but that's very plausible about the demonic things and evil things that are going to happen. In everybody locked in a room together. You got to depend on each other, and you got to have people lying.
Yep. And remember, there's different personality structures, right? So you have in these movies that show like you always got the hothead that fucks everything up. That's a real thing. That's a real personality trait that people have that can like literally destroy the whole system that you might be having to establish.
You got one dude that's a fake alpha.
Yep.
You think because he's fat and tall, and he gonna run the shit, and he gonna get his shit smacked up, and then not being an alpha no more. Well, he's a fake alpha.
Or the guy that tries to bring peace, and he's just like, listen, I think what makes who's to say you get to be in charge? Like
Animal Farm. Watch the movie Animal Farm.
Oh yep.
It's on. You can watch it for free on YouTube.
Animal Farm, man.
Animal Farm.
That's a classic.
George Orwell's. It's a animated depiction of the book.
Yep.
I believe it's George Orwell's.
Yep.
Look up. Make sure that's
Animal
George
Farm.
Orwell.
I think you're right.
Or another author, Animal Farm. So it shows you how the pigs took over, and they started segregating things.
Yep, George Orwell.
They said everybody is equal, but some people are more equal than others.
Yep.
So play on words. Everybody's equal. But I thought all animals were equal. Yeah, all animals are equal, but some animals are more equal than others. They play on words. Like, wait, I thought we all decided that we were going to get rid of the farmer, which was supposed to be the oppressor, Farmer John, whatever his name was, so we all be equal. Yeah, we all are equal, but some animals are more equal than others. And that's how the system works. Yeah, we're all equal, but some people are more equal than other people. Which don't even make actual sense. You're either all equal or we ain't. So Isaiah 13, finish on that.
Isaiah 13:3. I have commanded my sanctified ones. I have also called my mighty ones from mine anger, even them that rejoice in my highness. The noise of a multitude in the mountains, like as of a great people, a tumultuous noise of the kingdoms of nations gathered together.
the Lord of hosts mustereth the hosts of the battle.
Right, you got the world's armies, all right, going to fight over there in the desert in the so-called Middle East or West Asia, all right, and that nuclear fire that's going to come for the final resolution. All right,
Uh, Verse 5, it says, they come from a far country, from the end of heaven, even the Lord, and the weapons of his indignation to destroy the whole land.
right, yeah. So we know it's going to be from one end of the earth to the other end of the earth is where the nuclear fire is going to come, where the army is going to come. All right, to destroy the whole land, not where the war is going to be taking place, but where Babylon is. Babylon, which is America. All right, the war is going to be taking place over there in the east. But the whole land being destroyed is going to take place in America, Babylon. And the land of Israel is going to be completely burnt up too. All right? But,
Verse 6, how ye, for the day of the Lord is at hand, it shall come as a destruction from the Almighty.
yeah, so who's going to destroy the land? Babylon, America, the Most High, Yahweh. All right? And he's going to dispatch Yahweh Shai. He's going to take command of the angels. And the spirit of the Lord is going to be in that nuclear fire. All right? And that nuclear fire is going to totally destroy Babylon, America. All right? Go ahead.
God. It says, verse 7, therefore shall all hands be faint, and every man's heart shall melt.
Yeah, because they're going to be under threat of the hypersonic missiles coming here. It's going to be an actual threat. A hypersonic delivery system with a nuclear warhead. They're going to be in fear. Oh, what if the war spills out? What if they start attacking the sites in America? What if they start attacking sites in Europe? They're going to be in fear. Go ahead.
God. Verse 8, and they shall be afraid, pains and sorrows shall take hold of them.
Yeah, because they're going to be boasting about how they had the capability to wipe Babylon, America off the face of the earth, how to wipe Europe off the face of the they're going to be boasting. The people with the Russia, the different countries that got their power from Gog and Magog, they're going to be boasting about how they can eliminate targets. So people are going to be in fear. And then when the war breaks out, it's going to become more of a possibility. So they're going to be shit themselves, pissing themselves, afraid. And this is the end. You know. So when this becomes a realization, the Lord's elect are going to be not as afraid as the people that are not of the elect. The Lord's elect know that they're going to be delivered, or they're going to believe, right? Based upon our faith and based upon our works. Huh?
It says, they shall be in pain as a woman that travaileth. They shall be amazed one at another. Their faces shall be as flames.
Yeah, amazed one at another. You know? We don't have the mind of a weak person. We can only empathize. Yeah, you know? Because we don't have that fearful mind that they have. They're afraid to die. They're afraid of being starved. They're afraid of what's next. You know, we got a healthy amount of fear, the right amount of fear, but they're like petrified with fear. You know? They have no clue about what's coming. At least we see through a glass darkly. What's on the other side when we take our last breath. You know? We see through a glass darkly, but they're totally in fear. And they're totally unprepared about what's coming next. The next meal and what's in the afterlife. Read that verse again.
Isaiah 13:8, and they shall be afraid, pains and sorrows shall take hold of them. They shall be in pain as a woman that travaileth. They shall be amazed one at another. Their faces shall be as flames.
Look up amazed. They should be amazed. I mean, we've been telling you, like, look, all this evil thing, all this evil shit's gonna happen. You know, you need to get yourself in the proper position. And that don't mean you try to become a millionaire. That's pointless. Just make some money, you know, try to live a decent life, but not become a fucking millionaire. That's not going to save you from the said perils. All right, being spiritually prepared is going to save you overall. All right, knowing the name of the Lord, knowing how to perform the will of the Lord. That's what's going to save you. And if you're of the elect, all right. the elect. If you're an elect man, elect woman, you're gonna know the Lord's name, and you're gonna know how to serve the Lord correctly. And if you do those things, you're gonna be delivered. All right? And if you put to death here, you're gonna be the first one to come meet the other elect that didn't get put to death. You're gonna get the new body first. All right? You're gonna get the spiritual body, which is the highest form. All right. Then when it's time for you to come back, you're gonna come back into your terrestrial spiritual body. They say it's sort of a hybrid. I don't know the exact composition, all right? But we know we're gonna be above man, but below the angels. So we're right in between, you know? So we'll basically be gods on earth, all right? No death, perfect. You're not gonna get any boogies in your nose, no dirt gonna circulate through your system, no death gonna circulate through your system. It'll be perfect, and you're gonna be glowing with light, all right? As the scripture says that if we'll be glowing like the angels in heaven. Like Yahweh was glowing in Revelation, the 1st chapter. We're gonna shine. And we're gonna be super tall too. Taller than the sons of Anak. So see if you can find that. Sons of Anak. That we be grasshoppers in that sight. You continue where you're at.
You wanted that word for amaze?
Yes.
Yeah, so that word for amaze in the Hebrew, tama'ah, it says to be astounded, be stunned, be amazed.
Stunned. What?
Be amazed, be dumbfounded.
Dumbfounded, flabbergasted. What?
To astonish yourself, be astounded, be astonished at one another.
Yeah. Like y'all really about to be put to death. Y'all really, the fire is about to come and destroy this whole place. You're gonna have, man, the terror is gonna be on these people's faces. It's gonna be amazing. You know, we warn you, and that's when you're gonna start seeing people start to fall in the line. You know, women, men gonna want to come and serve. Like, okay, I'm your servant now. I'm your assistant now. Right, women gonna want to bow down. All want to be your wife. Tells you that Isaiah the 4th chapter. There's another word there. Flames. Faces flames. And you're ready to wrap up.
We got that sons of Anak.
Flames, and then sons of Anak.
Okay. So that word for flames in the Hebrew is naba'ah.
What does it mean?
It means flame, blade, a flashing point of spear or blade of sword.
That's all it's that?
Yeah, that's it.
Meaning that they're basically gonna look like terror. They're gonna be making the fear faces. You know, it's not literal. It's not an actual face. It's not, Esau goes off. It's not, the word flame there is figurative. It's not, your face can't look like a damn fire. All right? So that's an incomplete definition. All right? Meaning their face is gonna look like they're afraid. They're gonna look like they energy drained. All right? They're gonna have the face of worry. All right? So sons of Anak.
Yep, this is Numbers 13 and 33. And there we saw the giants, the sons of Anak, which come of the giants. And we were in our own sight as grasshoppers, and so we were in their sight.
Right, so those were actually taller men. All right, and the word giant doesn't necessarily mean someone that's extremely tall. All right, it means someone that's renowned or well known. All right, but in this reference, giant would mean referring to their stature. All right, and the Hamites are known for being tall. Sons of Anak, they were Canaanites, right?
I believe so, yeah.
Right. So yeah, tall stature, but also can mean famous, renowned, known for something. All right. Sons of Anak. So we're gonna be taller than the sons of Anak. All right. However tall they were. I don't know if they were 8 feet, 10
Yep.
feet, 12 feet.
Tribe of the giant people in Canaan.
Yeah. So 13 feet. They don't say how tall they were. All right. But they were apparently had some type of stature to them. All right. You know,
funny because when you look at this word for Anak, it says a collar and neck chain necklace, or basically means a length of neck or stature. And you know, those Hamites are known for elongating their neck and making themselves a little bit taller by doing that, by stretching themselves out. If you remember the movie 300, and who's that? What's that? What was the guy? That Hamite king that stood up. He was all fucking decked out in all the silver.
Hamite or Persian?
Was it Persian? Yeah, it might have been Persian. Yeah, but
Or Median.
Median. Yeah.
Persian.
Yeah.
Which word that
But
was.
yeah.
Right.
But same thing. He was a very tall.
Right. Huh.
But yeah.
So it said it was-
Xerxes?
said it
Yeah,
was-
Xerxes, that's what it is,
Xerxes.
yeah.
There were grasshoppers on our side. Yeah, so they were tall. But now, when you look up, what I believe that's Genesis 6 chapter, it says there were giants in those days, and the sons of God slept with daughters of men. It doesn't necessarily mean that they were tall when it talks about the Nephilim and all that.
That
Right?
Persians, you were right.
Yeah, it just means that they were renowned. They were famous. All right. You got any point you want to make?
Oh no.
No. We'll go back to Isaiah 13.
Isaiah 13 and 9. Behold, the day of the Lord cometh, full both with wrath and fierce anger, to lay the land desolate, and he shall destroy the sinners thereof out of it. For the stars of heaven and the constellations thereof shall not give their light. The sun shall be darkened in its going forth, and the moon shall not cause her light to shine.
I'll read it again.
Yep. Isaiah 13 and 10. For the stars of heaven and the constellations thereof shall not give their light. The sun shall be darkened in its going forth, and the moon shall not cause her light to shine.
Right, because when Babylon's destroyed, it's going to cover the sky with smoke. What?
And I will punish the world for their evil and the wicked for their iniquity.
Yeah, they're going into slavery. What?
And I will cause the arrogancy of the proud to cease, and will lay low the haughtiness of the terrible.
Yeah, you're going, oh, the Lord is a so-called white man. That's going to be put out of the world. When they're in slavery, they're going to see that. They're going to know that. The arrogancy is going to disappear when they're in the damn fields. You know, picking bean sprouts and beans. All right? They're harvesting leafy greens and fruits. They're going to be in the mountains and, you know, planting endless fields of grapes to harvest wine, so they can drink wine. They're going to be doing it all damn day. They're going to be experts in the field. All right, you go to mountains in Pennsylvania, north Pennsylvania, central Pennsylvania, you see endless fields of rolling hills of vineyards and crops. That's how Esau going to be in the fields, just like that, all day, every day. All right, except for the Sabbath. And the Hamites too, the Arab, they're going to be in the damn fields. We're going to designate different tasks. All right, to each individual group and family, and they're going to have to bring back a certain amount of food per day. And then they keep a certain portion for them to survive on. All right? Or we have a different field that however it's going to be set up, they might have a different field that they reap, so they can eat. There ain't going to be no damn processed foods in the kingdom. Or Wawa's or Chick-fil-A's, so you can get macaroni and cheese in a damn Southwest Solid. You ain't going to be no fucking store for that. Or get a damn a dollar menu, and I don't think it's a dollar menu no more, but you know, McDonald's double cheeseburger and a large fry and a Coke, it ain't gonna be there. You got to make everything from scratch. So we're gonna have servants. All right, we're gonna be making different cakes, you know, pancakes, smoothies, not with a damn machine, gonna whip with a damn hand. Different fruits, juices, and all that. And our children are gonna have servants. All right, and the Israelite man's gonna be sitting on the throne. All right, and we're gonna have servants all around us, all right, at our beck and call. And they already want to know what we want. We ain't got to keep giving them fucking instructions. All right.
Yeah, that's why it says what in Proverbs chapter 29 and 2. You know, when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn, and when the righteous are in rulership, people rejoice. So even though, you know, the other nations, they're going to be catching hell and being in hardcore bondage and slavery, hey, they're still going to consider that better than this kingdom. Because again, you know, going to the other's point, you know, they're going to be eating clean food, you know, breathing clean air, drinking real water. That's what's coming.
It tells you that in Revelation. Was another scripture says to come after thee in change, and Revelation 2nd chapter, because they're going into slavery. All right. Now give me Revelation 2. Well, yeah, give me Revelation 2. What ended there? And then Isaiah 4. Revelation 2, 25, and Isaiah 4, 1.
Revelation 2 and 25. And it says, but that which ye have already hold fast till I come, and he that overcometh and keepeth my works unto the end, to him will I give power over the nations.
Right.
And he shall rule them with a rod of iron, as the vessels of a potter shall they be broken to shivers, even as I received of my Father.
Right. Yahweh shall receive that power from Yahweh. Right, which are different, separate beings, and the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit, separate beings. All right, so the elect Israelites are going to receive power. Really, all the Israelites, but the elect Israelites are going to receive the power first. All right, all of Israel is going to be kings, but the elect are going to receive the power first, the authority first, and the elect are going to organize the whole world into slavery, into service. They're going to build up the kingdom, build up our kingdom. All right, and we're going to be gods on earth. All right, and we know that, you know, our women, the other Israelite men, they don't think of us as gods. We're basically in training right now. All right, with diamonds in the sapphires, rubies, gold in the rough. You know, with dirt on us right now because we have these weak bodies. But when we get our new bodies, when we get the spiritual power, that's when we can get our respect. That's when we get our honor back. I think that was it. Well, get Revelation 2 and 9, and then read Isaiah 4. Because thou hast, I kept thee from the hour. Thou hast kept my word, my patience. I'll keep you from the hour of temptation. That's 2 and 9 or 3 and 9.
I think that might be 3 and 9. Yeah, 3 and 10.
Good. Yeah.
Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. Yeah, so we keep the commandments of the Lord, we perform His will, calling His name, the Father, the Son, and teach you about what the prophecies are. Because a person that's not telling you about the nations going into slavery, they're not telling you the truth. They're lying. All they're talking about is loving your neighbor. Jesus Christ saves. They're lying to you. That's the only part of it. And Jesus Christ not even His name. So, right. Isaiah 4 and 1. Close it up there.
It's Isaiah 4 and 1. It says, in that day 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying we will...
Go to the 2nd chapter. No, 3rd chapter in the last 3 verses.
Yeah. It's Isaiah 3 and verse 24. And it shall come to pass that instead of sweet smell there shall be stink, and instead of a girdle a rent, and instead of well set hair baldness.
Right, like it's going around the internet. You know, the so-called black woman is the least desired, because the Lord has a special curse on the so-called black woman for whatever reason. There's a special curse on her, and she inhabits most of those curses.
Yep.
All right. Now it springs out to the different tribes also, but it starts with the tribe of Judah. And then it spirals down.
Yeah, Judah, Benjamin, Levi, and then,
right.
Yeah, from the top down, yeah.
Right. So it tells you how fucked up the women are going to be in our nation. And that's going to lead into how they're going to submit in the 3rd chapter. Continue to read.
Yep. And instead of stomacher, a girding of sackcloth, and burning instead of beauty.
Yeah, I mean, ugly looking, ugly as shit. Yeah. Short ass hair, no hair.
Yeah.
You see bitches pull up their shit like, oh, what the fuck? And they got to put it, so you got to wear that. That's the only time I actually agree with wigs and weave. When you pull that shit up and it look like 1,000 deaths on your head.
Yeah.
Look like death. because you done destroyed your fucking hair over the years. That's a curse. Self-hate. All right? You gotta wear that whole shit. All right? Now, Ethiopian women, African women, that are Israelites, they're probably Israelites, they'll wear the wig and shit, and they have their hair like tucked under it, you know, because they're fucking lazy, you know. But the black American woman, her shit will be all fucked up, and then they cover that shit up, all right? Or it'll be the same way, they just hate their hair. Self-hate, either side, American or African, they still hate their self-hate, right? But and laziness, combination of the two. But,
Verse 25, thy men shall fall by the sword, and thy mighty men in the war. And her gates shall lament and mourn, and she being desolate shall sit upon the ground. Verse chapter 4:1. And in that day 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. Only
so the woman's gonna be destitute if she don't have an Israelite man. All right? And the men too. You know, if you don't have the Israelite prophet that leads you to tell you the right, push you in the right direction and guide you, you're gonna be destroyed. You're just like the woman. Huh? Is that a two-way street? Is that a two-way?
Yeah,
that's two-way. That's
no,
two-way. If they can break the laws, emergencies. But
it says, and in that day 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, well, we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name to take away our reproach.
Yeah, meaning they're gonna take care of the domestic duties. They're gonna take care of the domestic duties. They complain that they want to be bosses now, but in the kingdom, well, not in the kingdom. Because in the kingdom, they're going to be doing nothing. They're going to be doing no chores. The women going to be princesses in the kingdom. Right now. Read that again, because in the kingdom, the woman is not going to be making no bread, and unless we tell them to. All right? This is talking about in the near future. It's not talking about the kingdom. It's talking about during this time period right now. Okay? The kingdom, the women are not going to be making clothes, and they're going to be sitting beside and beneath her husband. They're not gonna be doing domestic chores. Our women are gonna be princesses in the kingdom. So this is impossible to be talking about the kingdom. Go ahead, read that again. 4:1.
Yep. It says, and in that day 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, well, we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name,
right,
to take away our reproach.
Another take away our reproach. Women ain't gonna have no reproach in the kingdom. Look at different translation. Yep. It's not talking about the kingdom. That's talking about right now. All right, because our women are not going to be defiled in the kingdom. Our women are going to be perfect, just like we're perfect. Our counterpart is going to be perfect. All right, women ain't going to be ugly or have short hair or be fat. Our women are going to have a girdle. They're going to have a thin waist. And a nice size, you know, buttocks and thighs, you know. Long hair down to their damn feet, touching the ground. You know, not like the women today. But
this is the NIV. It says, in that day 7 women will take hold of one man and say, we'll eat our own food and provide our own clothes. Only let us be called by your name, to take away our disgrace.
Right, that's pretty much the same.
Yeah, this is another good one.
Let me say something like a little more descriptive or offer a different perspective. But either way, the women are going to do domestic duty chores, all right? Because they're not going to have the ability to actually find their own food. We're going to provide that for them. All right? So how we break it down is they're going to want to do the domestic duties. Right now, they're arrogant, misbehave, loud, disrespectful, not feminine, ugly. So they have that curse right now, but when the time of Jacob's trouble happens, they're going to conform. They're going to want to do domestic duty. They're bald. They want to be bosses. which that's masculine. Being a boss is it's masculine. All right. When the time of Jacob's trouble happened and the elect received the power, before the elect even received the power, when they start hearing about the people getting put to death, uncertain what's going to happen the next day, you're going to have men and women that are going to be lining up to the prophets wanting to serve. You're going to have men wanting to serve, women wanting to serve. And if we believe they are the elect, we're going to allow them to serve. All right? We're going to put them in their proper position. All right? The men that are going to be running, that's going to be afraid, and the women that's going to be running to be afraid. All right? It's going to make them a part of your house. They're going to be under your protection as an Israelite prophet. They're going to be under your protection. All right? So continue to read that verse. Yeah. And we'll close it up. Read it again from the top.
From the top. Isaiah 4.
Yeah.
So Isaiah 4:1 says, in that day 7 excuse me. In that day 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, will we eat our own bread and wear our own apparel?
I mean, 7 women, I mean, not exactly 7, but it could be 100.
Mm-hmm.
That are going to be begging you, hunting you down to be your wife, as an elect Israelite man. All right, 7 women should take hold of one man.
Yep. It says, saying, will we eat our own bread and wear our own apparel? Only let us be called by thy name to take away our reproach.
What?
You say, go ahead.
Continue.
Yep. Verse 2. In that day shall the branch of the Lord, or Yahweh, be beautiful and glorious. The fruit of the earth shall be excellent and common for them that are escaped of Israel.
Yeah. Them that are escaped means saved. All right. So those are the people that are going to be saved. The women that submit to one man. 7 women, 10, 20 women that submit to one man. So you're going to have sister wives. So always when you look up one word, look up take. Take hold. It says 7 women shall take hold of one man. So it's an interesting word being used.
Yep. Take hold, chazak.
Read them. There's a lot.
Yeah, there's a lot.
We'll narrow it down as you read it.
It says to strengthen, prevail, harden, be strong, become strong, be courageous, be firm, grow firm.
Firm.
Yep.
Take hold.
Yep. Yeah, be courageous, right? They're gonna, it's like, it's funny when you go nowadays. You got to go to the woman and kind of, approach her. She's gonna be approaching you, talking about no. She's gonna have the courage to approach you and say, listen,
I don't want that.
Yeah.
I don't want that. I want you to have another woman.
Shit, yeah, they ain't gonna be that.
Stop playing. I ain't playing.
And they're gonna be firm and persistent. They're gonna be like, listen, gonna be firm. I need you. You need, you need to be my husband. You need to take me. That's what she's gonna say. To press, be urgent. To grow stout.
Urgent.
Yep.
Press. Be urgent. Okay. What?
To be severe or be grievous.
Yeah, the press will be urgent. I think that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. The press will be urgent. So 7 women should take hold of one man. 7 women shall be urgent. So press you to be your wives. They're gonna press you. It's gonna be urgent. It's gonna be dire. All right, for them to be your wives. All right, they're gonna be begging you. All right, now you can't maybe not be able to see that now, but in the time of Jacob's trouble, in the time of the famines, the city's gonna get cut off.
Yep.
You're gonna their whole way of thinking is gonna transform.
Yeah, they're literally
and
like.
You're gonna have men doing the same thing.
Yeah.
You're gonna have men running outside. Oh, I mean, I gotta get into this. I gotta be an Israelite. I mean, you gotta teach me what's the Lord's name and what's my position in the camp. What? Yeah.
They're literally gonna like restrain you. They're gonna be like, wait, don't go. Please take me with you.
Yeah.
They're literally gonna seize that man. They're gonna, the elect man, and try to say,
Yeah, you look
big Dan, they're like holding you at the foot while you.
Oh, they're gonna be doing it. They're gonna be doing it.
Yeah,
they're gonna be
holding you by the foot, and it's like
they're gonna be aggressive. It's urgent. They're gonna be grabbing you.
Yep. And holding you, say, listen, take me. You have to. If you don't want that, but you have to literally take.
They're gonna say, I'm your wife now.
Yeah.
They're gonna assert themselves.
Yeah,
like, oh, I belong to you now.
But like a good example of that in the book of Eli, you seen how that woman was, persistent. She was persistent to follow,
Basically, like when a dude and a woman get in an argument, and he find out that she been cheating, and she don't want to leave, like get kicked out of the house or something like that.
Oh, she begging, yeah, please, no.
Yeah, is that guy gonna be like that?
Yep.
And that's for women that are unprepared. Women that are already prepared is basically just come in and submit. Women that are not sure, like, oh shit, they got to run and scramble at the last minute. That's gonna be bad when you got to run and scramble at the last minute. And then you're gonna be begging and crying and shit. But if you already prepared, you know you already had the tools necessary to, you know, assert yourself to get your husband. You know? But until that day. All right, hope y'all were edified. Shalom.
Shalom.